So he'll be lining up in defence. So the Cobras will kick to the railway end in this opening term. And they've been good beginners in all of their 4 games this year, having won 7 of those opening half quarters. But it's a flip side story in the second half with just 1 win from their 8 quarters after half time.
Yeah, that's the burning question that after half time they seem to go into their shell and, they don't come out and play that, freestyle of footy. They go back and try and be defensive and then try and chip the ball around. And, I'd rather see them play fast footy, Todd.
Tom German on a wing. He'll be broadcast side wing as the siren sounds to get play underway here. Bacchus Marsh to kick to the railway end. It's Jones v Burton in the ruck. Beautiful ball up. First opportunity here for Chapman. Has the ball knocked away from him. Cross half back goes Will Thornton-Gillen. Loose handball. Ball at ground level. Chapman was good. Quick hands okay. Could have been a free kick. And it's going to go the way of the Panthers through John Kavarik. They'll have the first kick of the afternoon to defensive side of the middle of the ground. So the Panthers kick to the high school end in this opening term. High direct kick, 2-on-1 here. Reading it beautifully there was Williams. And that was always going to be the case this afternoon, Fridge. Kick the ball in poorly at your own peril with those 2 defenders you've got. Ball gets to half back. German's tackle was excellent. Allowed Porter to run onto the right boot. Sort of tumbling right foot kick. Quick hands was good there from Cree. Got it over towards Parente. Went further field. Inboard left kick was poor. Turnover opportunity here. And it's Wyatt, the captain in the side today. Finds Sullivan on the left boot. Inside 50. Casley, the target, sets himself. And Veldon goes back and takes a nice mark. Plays on by hand to Butt. Goes lateral to the outer side of the ground. Inside their defensive 50. It's Burton penetrating left foot kick. Have a look at that. It's an absolute beauty. And the little fella, McGurk, is off and running. Keeps the kick low. Makes it difficult for Owen. Made the big fella had to bend. Tried to tap it to his own advantage. Couldn't gain that ascendancy. So the Panthers get back through numbers. Chance here for Wild over the footy. Before he's pushed over with the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing, out of side of the ground for the Cobras.
2 terrible executions on that occasion, Todd. Ethan McKercher and Roland Porter here just in front of us. Inexcusable, no pressure.
Boundary throw-in, give that tap to Burton. Parente could have been held without it. The umpire let it go. Panthers have got numbers here and they'll go forward along the line. The kick's okay, mark not taken.
Culliver.
Can't see it for Culliver, who concedes by hand. Over the line for a boundary throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing for Melton South. Some minor metres gained from the previous throw-in. Still no score to speak of. And again, they're off to a slow start on the timekeeping here at Manningley Park. It does read 20 seconds. We've probably been playing the best part of 3 minutes 20. So the Cobras go out of the stoppage. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Ball at ground level. Good opportunity here for Jake Thornton-Gillen, who's had put together a good couple of games. Lloyd, the target, knocks the ball to his own advantage and then gathers, but again runs out of space. And over the line for a boundary throw-in.
They've caught up, Todd. Time.
Back to the future. Still no score. Near 3 minutes gone opening term. The Cobras kick to the railway end in this opening term. Tap one by Burton. Knocked it forward, but only as far as Chapman. Tries to keep the ball inside the boundary line. Couldn't gather cleanly. Players in from everywhere. Look, you think there'll be a whistle imminent here. And the umpire will effect a ball up on half forward, out of sight of the ground for the Panthers. So both sides just feeling their own way. 3 minutes in, Fridge.
Played in between the 2 arcs, Todd.
Yeah, they do like a scrap, the Cobras. We've seen that over a few times already this year. Like it or not, that's the way they love it. That's why they don't kick big scores. But no Willets this afternoon, no Nick Stilldryer. No Conway, of course, for Melton South. Ball up, out of side centre wing. Burton with a tap through traffic. King got it beyond half forward. Good use of the body from the Panthers defence. Chance here for Hickman. Will it sit for him? It won't. But quick hands to a vacant space for the Panthers. The hand pass was too hot for Sullivan. Bounced off his chest, back into his hand. And they get towards half forward. And Casley into the side this afternoon. Wheels onto the left boot. Goes forward. The kick's good. And the mark's been taken there by White. So White from about 50. Will set sail for the judge. Gets plenty on the kick. Jones has pushed forward. Couldn't quite take the mark off hands. And through for a rush behind. So it took the best part of 4.5 minutes in this opening term to register a score. It goes the Panthers' way. Kick back into play from Butts, okay, and finds Culliver. Still inside their defensive 50. Gave it back to Quaig Butt. Reward effort for his running. Kick was poor. It's been cut off on members' side, broadcast side, centre wing by Jake Thornton-Gillen. Kicks okay to Wild. Goes short into the middle of the ground. How will it sit for Notman? He decides to concede by hand to Jones. Lazy hand pass out in the direction there of Lloyd. He was put under the pump, but the ball spilled free. Still an opportunity here for the Panthers. Reward with numbers. Could have been a push against Robinson. The umpire agreed. And the Panthers will get a free kick about 55 metres out from their goal. Went to go by hand. Umpire says play on. Left foot kick. Goes to a one-on-one at the top of the square. Butt couldn't take the mark. How will it sit for Casley? But Williams was back to lend assistance and knock it through for a minor score. So the Panthers, 2 behinds, lead Bacchus Marsh yet to score. Near 5.5 minutes gone in this opening term. Perfect conditions for football, Fridge.
Yeah, no, wouldn't get a better day, Todd.
Yep, Bacchus Marsh have put on a ripper. Kick in out of defence. Burton went to ground. Chance here for the Cobras on the left. Through Sullivan. He's got it. Just the start that the Panthers were after. They get their first goal of the afternoon. They're 1-goal, 2-8. They lead the Cobras yet to score near 6 minutes gone opening term.
Absolutely no pressure on Sullivan there, Todd. He just was through the middle there and just far too easy.
So it'll be interesting to see how the Panthers go without Conway. Just chatting to you off air prior, he said, so without that dependence, while he's a star player, and they're always going to be a better side with him in it, it might be just a bit more of a team effort to dig in. We need to do more to get this done without him.
Well, give someone else a chance to put their hand up, it's just not all about Dylan Conway.
Ball up in the middle of the ground, tap one by Burton, gained no real advantage. Diving into the ground there was King, wanted a free kick, but the umpire said no. He's going to pay a free kick here. It's going to go the Panthers' way. And it'll go to the reigning best and fairest in Billy Lloyd, who didn't do much wrong there, was told to play on by the umpire. Had to check his kick laterally, and the kick's okay. It's been taken by the youngster there in Theo. Right foot kick along the line's okay. Gave it to his fellow young Panther there in Fino, who went inside 50. Chapman the target. At the back there, Will Thornton-Gillen just inside the boundary line. He'd be happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Well, on 3 occasions that Bacchus Marsh have gone forward, it's just the errant kick that's gone to that half-forward line that hasn't hit the target.
40 metres away from the Panthers' goal. They're 8. They lead Bacchus Marsh, no score. Burton took advantage of that shallow throw-in, went by hand to German. The youngster there in Theo did well not to infringe, but somehow German got the footy away. Right foot kick comes along the line. Owen at the back, over the top of Jake Thornton-Gillen. The 2 Jakes combine. Offhands over the line. Boundary throw-in right in front of us here. True centre wing broadcast side.
Has it had a great season, Thornton-Gillen?
Yeah, the Devils seem to play him in form, and he was good last year against the Cobras in their 5-goal win. Burton won the tap, knocked it defensive side to Porter. It was Alex. It was a wild hand pass. Went looking for Williams, made it hard for him. An opportunity here for the Panthers through Lloyd. Quick hands to Thornton-Gillen under the pump. That was a good gather by LaFranchi and good vision. Got it over to McGurker, the youngster in the middle of the ground. That's another low kick. Made it difficult there for Wright. He couldn't gather. Thornton-Gillen was held without it, but the umpire called play on. McGurker's follow-up run was okay. And to enforce a stoppage on half forward for the Cobras.
Just to correct you, McGurker, sorry, Todd. McGurkin, the Gherkin.
Tap one by Burton. Wild was tackled by his opposite number 23 in Parente. And taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up on half forward. So Melton's out with the only goal of the game. Burton knocks it to the attacking 50. Thornton-Gillen, the man we've been talking about, Jake, went to the outer side centre wing. Porter's hand pass was a little bit lackadaisical, but Culliver was up to it as the 2 end up combining. Colour with hands again. Concedes ground with a 45 to Robinson. Goes along the line. There's a nice mark taken there by Eastmuir. On centre wing, outer side of the ground. Squaring kicks okay. Williams was up to the task. Runs over the cricket pitch. Switch of play is good to Porter. Broadcast side centre wing. Left foot kick is a high one. Made it difficult there for the youngster Freeman, who's into the side. There's a quick hand pass for him. His debut stat was a handball. Went to Burton. It was pinged. And the umpire said holding the ball. And a free kick will go to the Panthers on their half-back line, right in front of the Melton South coaches box. So they'll go along the line. Casley, the target's got 2 to beat, nearly did so. Over the footy there was Chapman, took his eye off it. Williams came through. Quick hands to Porter was okay. That's a bit of handball from Alex, who got it over towards Belden. Went to half forward. Owen on the second grab comes out and takes a nice mark. So Owen with ball in hand will weigh up the options. Can go short. Kicks okay. Finds Parente. Too far out to score. All the Cobras leading in the same direction there. That's going to make it hard. So squaring kick. Jones was there. Excellent gather there by Owen. Threw ball on the boot, but there's nobody home except Jake Thornton-Gillen, who goes short into the middle. Risky kick. Jones was up to it, the big fella. Did well by hand, and they'll negotiate their way out of trouble. Wyatt, the captain of the Panthers, with ball in hand now. Took a nice mark on the chest. Half back. Short kick out wide is okay. So true centre wing, outer side of the ground for the Panthers with ball in hand. They're not really in a rush. It was Will Thornton-Gillen on that occasion. Kept the kick low, smothered kick in fact. It was pretty poor as the high kick from Shea got to half forward. But the big fella Jones took a nice mark. Went to go the switch, but opted not to. As the youngster there, Bibby presented, so he decides to go along the line. A bit of predictable footy. That's the way the Marsh like it here at Mattingly Park. Before the ball's knocked over the line for a boundary throw in on half forward for Melton South, outer side of the ground.
Forward entries for the Marsh have just been, their execution has just been very ordinary, Todd. No lowering of the eyes, their foot skills are sort of letting them down going inside 50.
Neither Burton or Jones could gain any ascendancy from that boundary throw in. Parente's quick hands to King was good. It went back to Burton, who gave it back to King. Lucky to get away with that. Spilled free into the hands of Burton with a long left foot kick towards half forward. Freeman in front takes a nice mark and just backed himself, got around his opponent, went forward. Owen, the brother-in-law, combined, open goal. Oh, the dream start, the family combo. Couldn't get it done. And Owen, so that when they're bringing up last week, that stretches his last 7 shots on goal to 1 goal 6. That just would have brought the house down, the two combining there, Fridge.
And it jumped out of the trees, Todd.
So Melton South, 1 goal to 8 lead. Bacchus Marsh 1 point. Ball kick in from defence was good to Will Thornton-Gillen. That kick put his player under the pump there. There's a turnover opportunity through Belden. His short kick was okay. The mark's been taken by Hickman, about 52 metres out from goal. Goes short, and McGurcher, he's taken a mark about 45 metres out from goal. Will he get the junior here, Fridge?
No.
He plays on, gets plenty of it. It's going to get to the teeth of goal. Up they go. Ball to ground. Call that even. And Jake Thornton-Gillen again. Laconic kick. Went to the advantage here of Lloyd. Went back inside by hand. White was clever. Got around Williams. Short kick okay. And Casley dropped what he should have taken. How's the second effort? As poor as his first in the end, really. Follow-up work was okay. Then the third, we'll give him a tackle for that. And finally enforces a stoppage, and there'll be a ball up.
She's a big lump of fella, Casley.
Yeah, broadcast side centre wing.
I wouldn't like to run into him on the dark night, Todd.
And he's off for a spell, the big fella. There's the ball up. Burton won the tap. Chance here for White, who's tackled, taken to the ground. But they'll get out of trouble here, the Panthers. There's the spoil from the back. That was good by Meeson. Wild over the footy, through traffic. Meeson good. Got it towards Eastmuir. He found Williams. That kick went about 9 metres, but the umpire's ears still ringing from going into the rooms before the game. Listen to that trance music they had going into the Cobras. The poor bloke come out of the rooms looking like he'd been at Revolver for 20 minutes. So the ball's in the middle of the ground now. Owen, good kick. Got it to the attacking 50. The mark's been taken there by Cree. So with ball in hand, 55 out, lowers the eyes, 2-on-1 here, and Jake Thornton-Gillen again.
Actually, 4-on-1, Todd. 4-on-1.
So Wyatt with ball in hand. Goes short to the outer side, towards half back. Chapman with ball in hand goes along the line to half forward to a one-on-one. There's a nice grab taken at the back there by the youngster there in Josh Bibby. So he'll weigh up the options and go long into attack. Players set themselves as a 3-on-1 here. Oh, the Cobras made a meal of it, but the fourth player, I speak of King, come back to lend assistance, and the Cobras will get out of trouble, and Cree will take a mark on the last line of defence and give the Cobras an opportunity to clear. So I'll go short to Burton, who's in the defensive goal square at the moment. One of the Cobras a little bit injured there as Burton goes to the outer side. That's a terrific kick. Players set themselves. There's a nice...
Williams.
Yeah, he's just had the gas knocked out of him. There's a kick there from Owen that got smothered, but it landed fortuitously into the hands of Porter. That's a terrific kick. Beautiful in the direction of Parente. Concedes ground by hand. An opportunity here for the Cobras to go forward, but it's knocked over the line for a boundary throw-in by Geddes. So Dylan Conway late withdrawal for the Panthers this afternoon, and they've certainly... They've turned up to play here, which is a good sign for Heath Pritchard's boys.
They've had plenty of pressure around the contest, Todd, and they've put a lot of pressure on the Marsh midfielders. So, yeah, no, they're out here to play today.
Melton South 8 lead Bacchus Marsh 1, near 15 and a half minutes gone in this opening term. Ball spills free out of the congestion. Chance for right onto the left boot. Good defence. Kick smothered there by O'Loughlin. Follow-up work from Eastmuir. He tries to gather but can't. Runs out of space over the line for a boundary throw-in. So we'll keep you updated with scores from around the grounds this afternoon. Darley, of course, up in Ballarat, taking on Redan, and a couple of crackers around at the moment. There's the throw in. The Panthers deep into attack. Wanting a free kick. Weren't paid it. Chance here for Owen. Quick hands. Was almost too slick there for Wright. How will it sit for him? He just collapsed in front of his Melton South opponent before he was tackled. Chance here for Freeman. Ball spills away from his possession. Players over the footy, and looks like there'll be a stoppage here about 15 metres away from the Bacchus Marsh goal. So the young fella Freeman certainly not looking out of place in the opening 15 minutes of this game. Ball at ground level here, and the Panthers will win the clearance through Wyatt. Gets the ball towards half back. How will it sit for Meeson? Might have caught one high, then tackled there by Lloyd. Ball at ground level, and the umpire says, I'll have it. As that music starts to fade away from those ears. He's not the sort of fella you'd expect to see at Revolver either. It was just too loud and noisy for the young fella.
There was too much doof there, Todd.
Tap one by Burton, but the Panthers will effect to go along the line. But the spoil again from Meeson saw the ball travel over the line for a boundary throw. In true centre wing position, broadcast side of the ground. 1 goal, 2-8 Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 1 behind. Near 17 minutes gone opening term. Perfect conditions for football. Barely a cloud in the sky as Burton won that tap only as far as Chapman. Conceded ground by hand to Lloyd. Hurried kick. Went over the head of there of Veldon. Some good backing up there. It was done by Porter. It went by hand to LaFranchi. He's got a couple of options. It was Cook, in fact, as they run off half back, and the youngster Cook again. Oh, that's a high hand pass. Made it difficult for German. Freeman came out committed. Could have been held without it. The umpire let it go. German's helicopter kick went to half forward. Terrific mark with the flight of the football taken there by Jake Owen. 50 metres out from goal. East Point 14, trail Ballarat 16. Melton 7, trail North Ballarat 15. No score to speak of yet in the Redan-Darley game. Sunbury 38, lead Lake Windermere 8. So Jake Owen with ball in hand. It's the Panthers 8 who lead Bacchus Marsh 1. Near 18 minutes gone in this opening term here. So Owen, did he get a new set of boots during the week, Fritz, or is he opting for the ones that kick the minor score?
We had the night off Tuesday, so that might help him, Todd.
So Owen, directly in front, 50 metres out from goal. He chew these up at training. Let's see how he goes on match day. Tumbling helicopter kick gets to the top of the square. King couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Hurried kick out of the congestion. Chance here for German against the run of play. I reckon he's put it through. Beautifully sharked there by the Cobras, and they get their first of the afternoon. They're 1 goal, 1-7. They trail Melton South 1 goal, 2-8. 18 and a half minutes gone.
Well, that come off the boot like a Ferdingham crab, Todd. And lucky for the contested ball in that square, and then the flick out by the Melton South player. German was there waiting, front and square, and put it through.
Always good for a goal again, German. So on top of his disposal numbers, what you're always wanting is a goal from your mids. And while playing on a wing this afternoon, he's got it done in the first quarter. So the Panthers lead by 1 point. 19 minutes gone opening term. Burton wanted a free kick, just went with the kick out of fresh air, managed to get something on it. Ball on half back here. Tackle there was Lloyd for the Panthers. Bit of a scrap again, and then we a ball up. On half forward, out of sight of the ground for the Cobras. Took them 18 minutes to get their first of the afternoon in front of a pretty reasonable crowd here at Mattingly Park. There's the tap. Won by Burton. Hand pass to went out the direction of Cray. Just had a bit too much on it for him. They combined by hand, the Cobras, but they're going along the ground, so it made it difficult to negotiate any safe passage away from an imminent stoppage. So the umpire will ball it up 60 metres away from the Cobra goal.
They haven't been really clean, the Cobras. It's sort of, their hand and foot skills are pretty ordinary at the moment, Todd.
Ball gets inside the Cobra 50. I'll get out of trouble here. He's got some toe, this bloke. Letting go with the right foot. Tumbling kick. Made it difficult there for Humphries. His second effort was okay. Might have caught one eye. The umpire let it go. Chapman with ball in hand. Hurried kick. Turnover. Just pressured as he kicked. It's been cut off by LaFranchi. So he gets onto the right boot. Goes into the middle of the ground. And it's Parente with ball in hand. He's got time and space. Measures the kick. Goes deliberate. 2-on-1. In front there, Hickman couldn't take the mark. Freeman went without it. Ball at ground level. Ball gets socked away from the congestion. And the umpire says, in the end, I'll have it. As Wild was taken to the ground, there'll be a ball up. 49 metres away from the Bacchus Marsh goal. Certainly not a showcase of football going on here at the moment in perfect conditions. How often has that happened as King negotiates out of the stoppage to Cray? Got it to Culliver to the top of the square. And the mark's been taken by Owen, that man again. But he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Always going to be a thought in the Panthers' chances this afternoon, Fridge.
Yeah, they're only sort of their nemesis is what's he hasn't missed, has he there?
So he's gone the old snap from point blank range and just snuck it inside the right hand goal post. So near 21 and a half minutes gone in this opening term. The Cobras with a good weight of possession in the last 10 minutes have kicked the last 2 goals. They're 2-1-13. They lead Melton South 1-8.
That's where they sort of really lack Melton South. Their defence is not overly strong, Todd. When you've got the firepower of Owen up there, and when you've got Willits in the side and you've got Hickman in the side too, it makes it difficult when you're relying on the one. I think Hurst is lined up on Jake today too.
There's the ball up in the middle of the ground after that Owen goal. Ball goes to ground. There's going to be another stoppage here. Defensive side of the centre of the ground for Melton South. They trailed by 5 points on the road here to Mattingly Park.
He's given away a bit of height, Hurst too, Owen.
Tap won by Burton, only as far as Kovarik. Hurried kick across the body. Got it towards half forward. Sits here okay for Holzer. That was all a bit too easy. Just turned around and pumped it forward to the top of the square at the back. Chapman run into an open goal. Bang, got it. That's the response. Yeah, it was a bit poor from the Cobras. The Panthers making the most of opportunity. Regain the lead here at Mattingly Park. They're 2-2-14. They lead Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13. Near 23 minutes gone opening term.
Could have raffled it between the two of them there, Todd. The two defenders went to fly and got in each other's road, and she come over the back, and there was...
And the Seagulls were waiting at ground level for the chips, and they found them. Bang.
Chips. No salt, no vinegar.
So we've got a game on here. Melton South 2-2-14. Lead Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13, 23 minutes gone, opening term. Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. Ball up. Jones went early. Burton grabbed it out of the ruck. Hurried the ball on the right boot to half forward. McGurker over the footy. Or McKercher. Jake Thorne gathered, kept his feet. Reward for that. Chance here for Fino. Turned around through traffic. Jones dropped what he should have taken. It was good pressure there from Burton. They carry. Kovarik got it to Sullivan. Kicked the first goal of the game from 49. Set sail for the judge. He might have kicked this. Sullivan gets his second. And back-to-back goals for the Panthers. And they extend to a 7-point lead. They're 3 goals, 2-20. They lead Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13.
Creating some headaches, Sullivan. He's had a fair bit of the footy, Todd.
Well, he's just a beauty in what hasn't been the best kicking exhibition we've seen this afternoon, but Sullivan's execution by foot, while he's only had a few, have been good.
Yeah, no, uses the footy good.
Sunbury 44, lead Lake Winter Reed 9. North Ballarat 15, lead Melton 13. Ballarat 16, lead East Point 14. And they've fallen asleep at Redan. No score from that game. And there's the ball up. And they'll get out of the middle here again through Wyatt. Got it to half forward, the Panthers. Chance here for Mason. Running onto the football there was Wild. Might have caught one from Robinson, but the umpire let it go. So negotiate their way out of defence. Ball ends up in the hands of Eastmuir, who got it to Shea. Tumbling right foot kicks going to make it hard for Owen. He was almost up to the task. Had to go to ground. Chance here for Geddes. How will it sit for him? He didn't do it well. He's been paid a trip. Well, God save the Queen. Switches play. Comes broadcast side to White. He's had a bit of it. Good play, this bloke. Goes short, kicks okay to Sullivan, the man you speak of. And it's Brodie Sullivan. Goes, look at that left foot kick, Fridge.
Beautiful.
Chapman's been good.
Beautiful kick.
Keeps the kick low.
Poor kick.
Put the commentator curse on him. Quick handsome. Casley was okay. Casley second. Up effort. Managed to get ball to boot inside 52 on 1. Made it hard for Fino. Kick across the body. Something out of nothing. Surely not.
Goal.
He's put it through. Fino gets his first. And the Panthers get their fourth. And Bacchus Marsh trail by 13 points. They're 2-1-13. The Panthers with their fourth. They're 4 goals, 2-26.
Once again, 2 defenders going up. No one staying down. Fino sits at the bottom of the pack.
They've got a couple of seagulls forward, so...
lack of communication. One fly, one stay down.
And Fino kept his feet. And that was they shouldn't have got a shot on goal there, Melton, at all.
Way.
And but they've got it done. They've kicked their fourth of the afternoon. They did lead East Point last week by 2 points at quarter time, and they've turned up again here. But again, that weight of possession through the 10-minute mark to the 23-minute mark, Cobra's just got 2 goals.
Yeah, they go into a lull.
Tap won by Hickman, who's gone into the ruck. But only as far as Chapman, who's been good. Went out towards Brodie Sullivan. He'll want to get back onto the left. That was easy. He just got around Cook. Kicked towards the attacking 50. Good agility shown by the last goal kicker there in Fino. Right foot kick goes in the holes in erection. Before the ball spills free off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the scoreboard here at Manningley Park that reads Melton South 26, Bacchus Marsh 13. They've only lost 3 of their last 14 games at home. Bacchus Marsh have been terrific. Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Hickman in front. Only as far there as that was Josh Bibby, the youngster. And the kick's been cut off by Robinson, who goes by the right foot towards Porter, who's unmarked, 40 metres away from the Melton South goal. There's a short kick. It's had too much on it. Porter was up to the task there with a clever knock to advantage. And then some good running patterns, went sideways and then tried to correct the kick towards Burton. Missed the target. The spoil only fell as far as Parente. Good vision. Back to Porter. I speak of Riley. Went to go by hand to Burton. Then chose the right option to go forward to Owen. Had the ball thumped away from him. Chance here for the Panthers at half back. But the Cobras have got numbers. Alex Porter on the non-preferred. High up and under. Owen sets himself. Second grab. Got it. He's 55 metres out from goal, Owen. Too far out to score. Freeman providing a half a lead, then went to go again. Goes short option. That's all he really had at the end, Owen, who found Burton, who just gave them something, but also gave the Cobras some time to get back as Owen gets that kick received from Burton, but he's 7 or 8 metres closer. So he's got the mark, and he'll take a shot on goal from about 55 metres out. So it's Owen with ball in hand.
Some testing here.
45-degree angle. The Cobras trail by 13 points. Been playing 28 minutes. That kick from Owen was good. The present lead was okay. And Porter's taken the mark. And he'll have a shot from about 40. So about 20 metres gained in 4 or 5 disposals there, Fridge. So they're just not getting the separation that they want. They've wanted, the Cobras.
he's probably done his homework and identified, some things. And, they're close checking him, that's for sure, Todd.
40 metres out. Straight into the man on the mark. Compounding frustration there for the Cobras as the siren sounds. And on points in that first term, you've got to give it to the Panthers on the road here at Mattingly Park. They're 4 goals to 26. They lead Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13. A 13-point lead to the Panthers. Quick look at the goal scorers. Fridge.
1 for Melton South, Cody Chapman 1, Brodie Sullivan 2, and Mitch Fino with 1, mate.
Quarter time here at Mattingly Park in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's Melton South who lead Bacchus Marsh by 13 points.
That quarter was proudly sponsored by Anytime Fitness, 72 Bennett Street, Bacchus Marsh. Mention BFL Game Day on Apple 98.5 FM to receive 50% off your joining fee, plus a free towel and water bottle.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus Marsh. Phone 5370-1478.
Western Region Waste and Recycling Centre, your one-stop waste and recycling spot. Open weekdays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. and weekends 9 till 3. Located at 8 Roseley Station Road, Mattingly, they are fully undercover and have competitive prices. And green waste half price. Each month they give away $1,000 to one lucky customer. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
Have you got a smashed windscreen or stone chip you need to replace or repair? Call us at the Windscreen Man and we can have you safely back on the road in no time. We specialise in front, rear and side glass on all types of cars, vans, utes, trucks and machinery. Call us now on 0414633343. The Windscreen Man, proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
For your complete branding solutions, call Frank at Embroid Me Melton, soon to become fully promoted Melton. For uniforms, workwear, embroidery, screen printing, business cards, promotional products, whatever you need, Embroid Me Melton will get the job done for you. Embroid Me Melton help us stand out in the community and are a proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
Welcome back to Mattingly Park. Honours with Melton South in that opening term. They kicked the first goal of the game through Brodie Sullivan. And then Bacchus Marsh kicked back-to-back goals through Tom German and Jay Gowan before Brodie Sullivan and Mitch Fino got a couple of goals that probably shouldn't have happened. They would be disappointed with that, Fridge, and they've gone into the quarter-time huddle 13 points behind.
Yeah, no, look, those 2 goals, one to Fino, I think the other one to Brodie Sullivan, they shouldn't have got those 2 goals, Todd. Poor defence, lack of communication between the defenders, 2 flying up, it's got in each other's road.
Owen looking a handful already. Is really the only sort of target forward that's looking like setting the world on fire for the Cobras at the moment. And Burton's been good in the ruck.
Yeah, no.
Right before our eyes. It's Melton South who lead Bacchus Marsh by 13 points. And we're just about to get the second quarter underway. As the siren sounds, Burton in the ruck. Up against Jones. Tap won by Jones, only as far as Kavarik, who was bailed up by King, and there'll be a repeat stoppage. So a ball up at the attacking side of the centre circle for Melton South, who kicked to the railway end. Forwards with the sun in their eyes in this term. Tap one by Burton, just thumped it out towards the outer side centre wing. German went by hand looking for LaFranchi. He couldn't get rid of the football before players in from everywhere to create another stoppage. Outer side centre wing. Opening minute, second term. Melton South lead by 13 points. Burton had a fresh airy, then Jones dropped it, but the umpire let it go before another whistle imminent. So 3 or 4 stoppages in the opening 45 seconds to get this second term underway. No breeze to speak of. And there'll be another repeat stoppage. So Sunbury off to the start they wanted at Clark Oval. They lead Lake Windaree by 29 points. There's the ball up. Out of the congestion there was Chapman before he was dispossessed. Wild ended up with the... Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go back as Marshall's way. They took the advantage through McKerchup, and his kick is, way off to the right, deep into the pocket before it bounces over the line for a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the scoreboard. that reads Melton South 26, Bacchus Marsh 13. Cobras in attack. They kick to the high school end in this, or scoreboard end in this second term. No score added if you've just joined us in the second quarter. The Panthers still lead by 13. Throw in. Tap, won by Jones. Ground level was Eastmuir. Couldn't gather. Players in from everywhere, and there'll be another ball up just inside the boundary line. So half a dozen stoppages to kickstart this second term, but the Cobras in attack. Ball up. Jones couldn't really get a fist on that, in and under the Panthers before they bailed up, and there'll be another ball up. Number 8 for the term, Fridge. In a very congested start to the second quarter.
Well, they'll be loving that, Melton.
So Lloyd's short kick out of the congestion was good to Wyatt. Umpire said it didn't go the required distance, so he had to go by hand and put Lloyd under pressure. Ball goes to ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. Yeah, there was mention of a scrap in the preview ahead of today's game, and that's what this second quarter is unfolding to be, as Lloyd from a standing start through traffic had his kick smothered. Good work there by Eastmuir. He got it to German, back to Eastmuir. Kick goes in direction there of Freeman, who had the ball knocked away from him over the line for a boundary throw-in. So near 3 minutes gone, second term. Cobras deep into attack. Panthers 26, lead Bacchus Marsh 13. Melton South the last 3 goals of the game. There's the throw-in. Tap one by Jones, just knocked it forward. Only as far as, well, his own gather before the ball just squeezes out here. Gee, there's a dozen or so people around the football, and there'll be another ball up 15 metres out from goal.
It's like bees to a honey pot.
Yeah, very, very rugby scrummish at the moment. Top of the goal square. Tap goes towards the boundary line and over the line for a boundary throw-in. So the best part of 4 minutes gone in this second term. Boundary throw-in. Cobras in attack. Hickman in front, nudged out of it there by Jones. He's given away a free kick. The umpire was onto that, and Hickman will have a set shot on goal from about 20 metres out and shouldn't have much problem from here.
Yeah, no, put his body in front and got a bit of a slight nudge under the footy, Todd, and rewarded with the free kick from the umpire.
So Hickman, good for 2 goals a game. Let's see how he goes here. Leans back on the kick, straight through the high diddle. Bacchus Marsh get their third of the afternoon. Hickman gets his first, and the Cobras get back within 7. They're 3-1-19. They trail Melton South 4-2-26. Near 4.5 minutes gone, second term.
Very tight contest, Todd, and a lot of stoppages and a lot of players around the source of the footy. I think whoever gets the free-flowing game, if Bacchus Marsh can do that, well, they'll probably open the game up and break it open. But if Melton South can continue with these stoppages and bring them down to that standard, well, they're in it for a long, long way.
7-point lead of the Panthers after that goal to Hickman for the Cobras. The first goal of the second term. There's the tap, won by Jones. Only as far as Eastmuir, he couldn't gather. Ball spills free to the middle of the ground. Kavarik over the football. But the umpire says, I'll have it, and he'll pull it up. Darley have hit the front against Redan. They're 25. They lead Redan 23. Philly all over at the Clark Oval. Sunbury 51, lead Lake Winter Reef 15. So King out of the congestion, gets knocked off the footy. Hurried kick forward there by the Panthers. Good use of the body there by Sullivan, who got the ball over towards Kavarik. His short kick was poor and cut off by Culliver on half back for the Cobras. Members side of the ground. Oh, that's a poor kick, but it favoured the youngster there in Cook. It was on the right side of that contest, who goes along the line and finds Burton, who marched just in front of us here in the broadcast centre wing position. So Burton will weigh up the options. Shadows appearing over this forward pocket of the high school end. He hugs the line. Owen the target, couldn't take the mark. Ball over the back, still in play, close up against the boundary line. Notman, one of those in there for the Panthers. Ball Sharks out of the congestion, only as far as Porter. Squaring kick to the top of the square. Players set themselves, gets knocked away. Lloyd at ground level, normally good. German gathers, will concede ground here with a clever kick, but it was just cut off at the last minute there by Fino. Kept his feet, did well. Got it to Wyatt. Hurry kick across the body was hope for more than anything else. Reward for running at the ball there was Williams. Gathered. Hand pass put King under the pump. The umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up. Attacking side of the centre of the ground here at Mattingly Park. Cobras with the only goal of the second quarter. 6.5 minutes gone. Melton South lead by 7 points. Lloyd gathered, taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. Half forward, out of sight of the ground for Bacchus Marsh. They trailed by 7 points. Near 7 minutes gone in this second term. Tap one by Burton. Quick hands from Meeson was good. Got it over towards King, who went to the top of the square, but Hickman was disappointed that the kick wasn't put out in front, and the big fella Jones takes a mark. For Melton South, onto that left boot, gets to the defensive 50. Lloyd the target, couldn't take the mark, ball at ground level. German did well, quick hands was okay. Going along the ground there was Meeson. Chance here for the youngster there in McKercher. That was good vision. Got the ball. Forward now. Chance for Owen. Couldn't take the mark. Ball fell into the hands of Jake Thornton Gillen, who dropped it like a hot spud. Umpire called play on. Good gather there from McGurker. Had to go by hand as he was under the pump as soon as he gathered. And Fino, who's been good. His hands were okay. And the Panthers will get out of trouble by foot to the outer side centre wing, where the mark's been cut off there by LaFranchi. Centre wing outer side of the ground. So LaFranchi with ball in hand, way up the options. The kick short's okay to Meeson, who marks just in front of Wyatt. Goes onto the right boot. Goes in the Freeman direction, sets himself in front. Had ball punched away from him. Ball at ground level, crashing through there was Culliver. Freeman went the soccer. That made it hard for the big fella there in Jones. Managed to get a little handball on the footy. Ridden into the ground there was the Cobra, but the umpire let it go. Chance here for Owen. If he can get onto his left, if he can gather, he can't. And the pressure sees the ball fall free over the line for a boundary throw in. Deep into attack the Cobras. They trail by 7 points. 8.5 minutes gone in this second term.
There's no easy kick out there, Todd.
There's the throw in. Jones won the tap. Hurried kick by Lloyd. He's had a bit of it. German from the pocket goes short. Kick's okay. And the mark's been taken there by King.
That's good vision. Lower of the eyes, hit up.
So right in the pocket. Just a little bit more acute than the 45-degree angle. So King will have a shot on goal from about 30 metres. Distance won't be a problem as Germany's been quite effective with his ball use this afternoon. Comes off for a spell. So Harry King, chance for the Cobras to get back-to-back goals. That's a terrific
good kick.
Execution of the drop punt, makes no mistake, and the Cobras get back within a point here at Mattingly Park. 9 minutes gone. Melton South 4-2-26. Lead Bacchus Marsh 4-1-25.
That's what I would say. The benefit, you hit the footy. If you lower the eyes and you've got a target coming at you, you're one of the lead, and that's proof in the pudding there, Todd.
Yep. It was a good hit-up kick there from German.
Yep.
So with the only 2 goals of the second quarter, Bacchus Marsh back within a point. Just effective disposal when it's your turn to have the footy. That's just fundamentals.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the ground here, Burton and Jones. Give that tap to Burton. Went looking for King. Neither could gather a bit of a stacks on the mill. The umpire says, I'll have it. And he'll ball it up. Right in the middle of the ground here. Right on the Indigenous circle that's been painted on the ground this afternoon to one of the Indigenous round as Chapman through traffic. Oh, they got goal side here. Kavarik goes forward. Casley on the lead. Couldn't take it on the second grab. How's his second effort? It's okay. He's over the footy. Players in from everywhere. Look at him go. Call it a scrum. Call it what you like. The umpire let it go. They're wanting a free kick here. The Panthers on. They've paid it. Wow. It's just something out of nothing there for the Panthers. They'll take that. And it's the big fella Casley who couldn't quite take that hot mark on the lead. So Casley with ball in hand, 25 metres out from goal, directly in front.
I think the effect of being slung around was enticed the umpire to say, oh, we'll play it holding the ball here, Todd.
Or a sling, play it one way or the other. So Casley with ball in hand, 40 metres out from goal. Set sail for the judge. It looks like it's going to be off to the right, so a let off for the Cobras. 4-3-27 Melton South. Lead Bacchus Marsh 4-1-25. Darley 38, lead Redan 25. East Point 51, lead Ballarat 24. Melton 39, lead North Ballarat 15. Kick out of defence was good. Got plenty on it. Got it towards half back for the Cobras, but through traffic goes Sullivan, who went by hand to Jones. Tumbling kick, able to bounce. Over the line, out of bounds. That's what it does. Adjacent to the behind post. So a re-entry inside 50 for the Panthers. That's what Coach Heath Pritchard will be wanting as the Cobras try and negotiate their way out of defence.
Yeah, no, and I'd say Heath would be relatively pleased with their quarter and a bit effort, Todd.
Well, Burton's just thrown his opponent, Thornton Gillen, out of the way, and the umpires penalised him for it, and there'll be a shot on goal here for Melton South, and it'll be Will Thornton Gillen. So the Panthers with an opportunity to amend the set shot on goal opportunity missed by Casley moments ago. So Will Thornton Gillen from about 20 metres out from goal, virtually directly in front, leans back on the kick, straight over the goal umpire's hat, and reward for re-entry forward 50s there for the Panthers, and they get their first goal of the second term. It took them the best part of 12 and a half minutes. They're 5-3-33. They lead Bacchus Marsh 4-1-25.
They've just been, they just keep chipping away Melton South, and, you know, it's not classy footy, and, you know, it's just pressure, and that's what Heath would be asking, just pressure, contest, you know, and that's what they're giving.
So it's an honest display from the Panthers, isn't it? And it's all about how the Cobras will respond. There's the ball up, tap one by Burton, only as far as King, who's bailed up. Can't break free of the pressure, and there'll be another stoppage. So right in the middle of the ground here, Burton just pushed Jones out of the contest. Ball was knocked forward there by Culliver to Eastmuir. No pressure on the kick. Couldn't find Owen. Ball at ground level. Somehow it ended up into the hands of, might have been the youngster, was right, in fact, to set the ball towards the top of the square. Keeping it in tight. Chance for Freeman across the body. The umpire said, I'll bring it back. There'll be a boundary throw-in. So that shot on goal for Freeman went off to the left anyway. So Cobras will be happy that there's a boundary throw-in about 15 metres around from their goal. So 33 Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 25. Near 14 minutes gone in this second term here. Beautiful seeing day here. Nice and warm too. Out of the congestion. Oh, tackled, taken to the ground. That's ping, free kick. It's against Lloyd. Advantage paid. Fell into the hands of Eastmuir, who kicked an open goal. Just what the Cobras were after. 5 goals, 1-31 now. They trailed Melton South 5-3-33. So that's good forward pressure from the Cobras to get it done. And Eastmuir capitalised on the advantage and finished truly.
Yeah, no, just good pressure around the contest, Todd. And the poor Melton South bloke thought he was free and away. And young fella there in, who was it? Eastmuir, who capitalised and kicked the goal. He didn't lay the tackle, though.
No. 33. Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 31, near 15 minutes gone. We're back in the middle of the ground. This is the best game going around the region at the moment, albeit on the scoreboard. As the ball gets towards half forward, Thornton Gillen's hands were good. Got it towards Holzer. Ran to 45. Tumbling kick. And getting back to save the day there was Butt. Poor kick there from Holzer. Switches play to the outer side of the ground. German with the spoil on Wild. He knocked the ball back towards the direction of Jones, who's covering some ground, the big fella. German was terrific. Got the hand pass towards Porter. I speak of Riley. He went towards outer side centre wing, and Freeman took the mark. Lowered the eyes. Found Owen. He's done that twice this afternoon in his 3 or 4 touches. Went along the line towards the attacking 50. Covering territory was German. High right foot kick. 1-on-1. Hickman in front. Got it.
Good play.
Hickman's just outpointed O'Loughlin on that occasion to take the mark, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 15 metres out directly in front. So the perfect opportunity for the Cobras to regain the lead here as we near the 16-minute mark. Leads back on the kick. He likes it. Doesn't let us down when we say he's good for a couple of goals for each. He kicks in second, and the Cobras get their 6th. And reward on the scoreboard for accuracy. They're 6-1-37. They lead Melton South 5-3-33. 4-point ball game. 16 minutes gone, second term.
I think poor Rex hasn't got over the term that I used on round 2 or 3 when I said his kicking was atrocious, and he sort of
Hasn't missed since?
hasn't missed since. So once again, I'll give that spray, and I've actually thrown it back at me. So I'll cop plenty of the constructive criticism, and I'm happy to cop whatever they give back to me.
All back in the middle of the ground. Cobras lead by 4 points. Tap one by Jones. Calibre off the wing. Couldn't gather. Fino's kept his feet. Been good. Got off the way from the tackle of Calibre. Was under pressure though with the kick. It went to about 60 metres away from the goal. Meeson gathered cleanly. Just turned it over to Chapman. They go forward across the face of goal. There's a mark. Taken to the Panthers. And the mark's been taken by, I think it's Wild. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 15 to 20 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Fairtingham, what was Meeson actually thinking there?
No, it's Holzer, in fact. So Holzer with ball in hand.
Unbelievable.
So an opportunity, while there's been stalemates of 8 or 9 minutes without a score, as soon as the Cobras kick one, the Panthers get one back. So it's end-to-end at the moment. Holzer, an opportunity to regain the lead for the Panthers. Set shot. Set sail, goal. Puts it through, Holzer. And there's a few Panthers that have made the trip down to 3-3-4-0 this afternoon. You judge by that response, and they regain the lead. They're 6-3-39. They lead Bacchus Marsh 6-1-37. Near 18 minutes gone. An entertaining game of footy here at Manningley Park.
But not an ounce of pressure on Meeson there, and just coughs the ball straight up. Just anyway, move on.
Darley 50, lead Redan 26. Sunbury 53, lead Lakers 31. East Point 52, lead Ballarat 37. Melton 39, lead North Ballarat 15. Tap one by Jones in the middle of the ground. Oh, McKercher was held without it. Umpire put his hands up and then just called play on. Opportunity here for Wyatt. Got it towards Lloyd. Over to Will Thornton-Gearland. Left foot from 55. Goes out wide in the Humphreys direction, but misses everything over the line for a boundary throw-in. Panthers in attack, and McKercher, just growing up playing the game, would have thought that's a free kick any day of the week.
Yeah, no, under 17s you would have got a free kick like that, but unfortunately, when you play senior footy, you got to earn them.
Boundary throw-in, 25 metres out from the Melton south goal. Burton with the tap, gained about 8 or 9 metres free side. Only as far as Chapman, went by hand to Wyatt, who conceded ground. Kick across the body from Lloyd, across the face of goal. Culliver was good, kept his feet, but not a great deal of support there though from the Cobras. Chance here for Casley, throws the ball onto the boot, didn't go the 15, so Butt had to go the thump. Chapman got an awkward bounce before it fell into the hands of Veldon, who was tackled, taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up 40 metres away from the Melton south goal.
Great second effort there by Michael Culliver. Terrific effort.
Melton South 39, lead Bacchus Marsh 37. Tap one by Burton. Only as far as Humphreys, who went by hand. Only as far as LaFranchi. Hurried kick out of defence. Freeman went an awkward little soccer out of nowhere, really, as Lloyd won that thump. Got it towards Sullivan, who caught one as he was kicked. Opportunity. Chance here for White. He's normally good from here. Set sail. Has it got the journey?
No.
We'll wait and see from the umpire.
God.
He's put it through. Now Wyatt, the captain, terrific player, pushes forward, good mid, excellent finish. And Panthers go to an 8-point lead. They're 7-3-45. Bacchus Marsh 6-1-37, 20 minutes gone, second term.
I don't know what Freeman was trying to do, but it isn't a round ball. You need to get down and try and pick the footy up. Trying to suckle the footy off, it's just not good enough, Todd.
Well, when he was running back to the Melton South goal, the soccer was a very low percentage
Terrible
option. But
Terrible.
The young fella will learn. Turnover goal and 8-point lead now to the Panthers. There's a ball up. Tap one by, no one really. Ball at ground level. King just went searching there towards German, but missed him. So he's got to do his own second up work here. He'll get him on the second try. German been one of the cleaner Cobras this afternoon. Kick to half forward. Went over the head of Freeman. Chance here for Owen at ground level. Gathered. Managed to get a hand pass away. McKercher looks dangerous there, that little fella. Quick hands inboard was good. Opportunity here for the Cobras. Through Cray. Tackled. Pinged holding the ball. Fino's been good. I like this kid. Right foot kick goes towards half forward. Searching kick. And the mark being cut off there by Williams.
Ever reliable.
Cool goes short. Kick's okay. Robinson's still on the ground, Fridge. Kick goes along the wing and the mark's been taken there by King.
Yeah, no, I can't pick him up.
Goes in the Burton direction. It was good. Didn't break stride. Oh, the kick was pretty poor, but Wright nearly took an awkward mark. Ball at ground level. Panthers under the pump here as they try and get numbers back, but they create a stoppage. I'll be happy with that. So Wright was out. Did everything right. No pun intended. And his tumbling kick just didn't get it done. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. And it's going to go the way of...
Who?
What's happening here? It's going to go the Cobras' way as the umpires swap adjudication. So the umpire who did the ball up is now in the middle of the ground. And the umpire that was in the middle of the ground is now forward. He's the one who paid the free kick. And it's going to go to Burton, who from about 30 metres out directly in front will be able to penalise Melton South for some undisciplinary off-the-ball actions here. Normally good. Burton from here. Set sail. Got it. Heath Pritchard wouldn't be happy with that. But vice versa. The Cobras are wrapped. And they're back within 2 points here. They're 7-1-43. They trail Melton South 7-3-45. 22 and a half minutes gone second term.
Well, I don't actually know what the free kick was for, Todd. But
I think it might have been against Sullivan on Culliver, spotted by the adjudicating umpire in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, that may have been the case, but Heath Pritchard would be livid with that.
That's right. So Burton gets his first. Rex Hitman, the leading goal scorer for the Cobras. He has 2. Brodie Sullivan, the offender, I believe, in that incident. He is the leading scorer with 2. For the Panthers, ball at ground level. Chapman's got one over the shoulder. Right in the middle of the ground for the Panthers. Runs over the cricket pitch. Kick out wide here. It's going to be okay. Mark's taken by Brodie Sullivan. And get onto that left boot. Goes forward. Players set themselves in front. Going to be a free kick to Williams, but the umpire let it go. And then the ball gets hurried. Free chance here for the Panthers. Reward for playing in front. They couldn't quite get the hand pass. How about that by Fino? Something out of nothing, but misses off to the right. Excellent use of the body there from the youngster. Kept his feet. Had a shot on goal, but just missed.
Yeah, he's had a couple of years at Melton South. I think he was a product of the Western Jets.
Correct.
He's really developed into a clever little footballer now, Todd.
So German's going to kick the ball back in.
Robinson's out there.
So he'll go short. Kicks okay to Williams. Goes along the line. Ball gets knocked free. Panthers have got numbers here.
Throw.
For each one of the throw, the umpire let it go. Chance here for Holzer through traffic. And he's tackled and pinged and taken to the ground. And it's going to come back. It's going to be a free kick to the Cobras. So can they get out by foot on this occasion out of their defensive 50 fridge? We'll see. So it's the youngster there in Cook with the right foot. Gets beyond half back. Hickman couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Porter if he can get out. Gets through traffic. Just managed to get a hand pass away. The ball keeps getting knocked forward. Hickman here. Right needs to lend assistance. He didn't know whether to go forward or stay back. He got caught in the middle at the end. And there'll be a ball up on half forward out of sight of the ground for the Cobras. 25 minutes gone. Second term. Melton South 46. Lead Bacchus Marsh 43. Ball up. Chance here for Chapman. He's had plenty of it. Been good today. He's had a good year. Couldn't negotiate. A clear handball receive out of that congestion before another stoppage is awarded by the umpire as the kick out of the congestion is on the full against the Cobras. So that hurried kick and went boundary side and just cooked it. So it's the Panthers. Billy Lloyd with ball in hand, the reigning club best and fairest on half back. He's a mile away from us here, goes along the line. Jones the target. 2 Cobras collided. But they've got numbers there. They just try to hack the ball out of the congestion. Clean hands there was Sullivan. Gee, that stood out. They're out here, the Panthers. They've got wide in the middle. That was a poor kick. How will it sit for him? He just gathers calmly and gives it off by hand to Chapman. His hand pass was poor, but somehow the Panthers have still got numbers here. Wide, clever, high left foot kick to space is okay. How they got out of that, the Panthers, I don't know. And Sullivan will go short. Put Fino under the pump. Just got away from that tackle too easy. Kick across the body to the top of the square. 2 to beat. But LaFranchi, dropped the chest mark in the end. Players in from everywhere. Stoppage. Ball up in the goal square for the Panthers.
Tell you why they keep getting the footy, because they've got numbers at the footy all the time, the Panthers.
26 minutes gone. Butt won the tap and he just knocked it into his own hand and then just hacked it on the boot. German at the back nearly took a nice mark, but then just hurried kick goes towards the outer members side centre wing. How will it sit for the big fella Owen? Panthers have got numbers here. He was pushed there by Lachlan. Look at that desperation in that running there from Owen. Finally sits for the big fella. Goes by hand. McKircher's there, but it's cut off there by Lachlan, laconically through traffic. This kick needs to be good. Goes out wide in the direction there of Theo. His youngster opponent there in Parente did well. Knocked it to his own advantage before both of them just fell over and the ball just spilled free over the line for a boundary throw in.
Good little contest between those two young fellas, Todd.
46 Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 43. 27 minutes gone, second term. Boundary throw to take place. 65 metres around from the Cobra goal. Good use of the body there by Jones. Won the tap. Lloyd went to ground, then raked it back in. He's in a bit of trouble here. Umpire let it go. Ball spills free to the Lachlan direction. Went looking there towards Theo, and the kick from Burton was midfielder-like onto the left boot. Kicked it to the out in front of King, who ran onto it and took a nice mark. 40 metres out from goal. So King, he's always good for a goal too. He's already ticked that box this afternoon. He's kicked one. Cobras with 6 goal kickers this afternoon to make up their 7. So King, normally a good exponent of the drop punt from 40 metres, will set sail. Leans back on the kick, and it's way off to the right and through for a minus score. So a let off for the Panthers, who cling to a 2-point lead as this opening half draws to a close. 46 Melton South. Bacchus Marsh 44. Ball comes back into play. Lloyd made the kick look better than what it was from Jake Thornton-Gillen. He pushes forward and presents, but he's still inside the D50. Lloyd not in a hurry to distribute the footy. Told to play on by the umpire. Then goes by hand, and the kick goes along the line towards half-back. Jones the target. Goes the effective spoil. Finds the safety of the boundary line. Over the line for a boundary throw-in on half-back for the Panthers. So both sides have really struggled to negotiate cleanly out of defence, Fridge.
Yeah, no, you're right, Todd. They're struggling, both sides being clean out of defence.
Chance here for Jones. Did well, got it to Lloyd. Somehow got ball to boot. Got it to the outer side centre wing. White gathered. It was tackled, taken to the ground. Correct decision. Ball up, centre wing, out of side of the ground. 29 minutes gone, second term. Melton South 46, lead Bacchus Marsh 44. Ball up. Tap won by Hickman. Chance here for the Cobras, but the pressure from Chapman was okay, but they got numbers through Cree. His short kick was good. That vision was well done. Got it to Hickman. Outer side centre wing. Goes along the line. They're out here if it'll sit for Caliber. Can weigh up the options. Goes across the body with the left boot. Oh, and the target went over his head. And the mark's been cut off and taken there by Reece Lee. So Lee will get the Panthers nervously out of defence. Lucky Jake Thornton-Gillen ducked there because they would have put Notman under the pump, who found Lloyd. That was very easy out of defence. So that kick towards the outer side centre wing, but it's been cut off there. It was good work by the big fella there in Hickman, who got it to Eastmuir from 60. Too cute kick. Fell into the hands of Wright, who spent it before he got it. Now Melton said they're just going to march this out of defence. Thornton-Gillen's hand pass. Got it to the advantage of Lloyd, to the big fella Jones, who refused to turn and then did the U-turn and then tacked the kick forward to half forward. And the Cobras have got numbers. They really made a mess of that as Robinson. Rebound kicks okay to Eastmuir. On defensive side of the centre of the ground for the Cobras. He plays on. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. Cobras went up. The Panthers went up. Going through there was McKircher. He's a likely type. He's tackled, taken to the ground. Ping for holding the ball, if you don't mind.
Fair dinkum. Was more.
He's a lively type, the little McKircher.
You know, he's up and about. He reminds me of that everywhere battery ad. He bounces around all over the joint, Todd.
So Chapman will go short to the defensive 50. And the Panthers will take a breath. They lead by 2 points. 46 plays 44 here. Near 31 minutes gone, second term. Can't be long left, surely, as the kick from Geddes goes towards half-back. There's a nice mark taken in front there by Lloyd. He's been good this afternoon. Might be Casley, in fact. There's the right foot kick to half-forward. So it's Thornton Gillen with ball in hand. Couldn't be long left. Got to get the ball moving. Gets towards half forward. Presenting was Fino. Took a mark before he was pushed over the line. Played onto the right boot. How will the kick go? Deep into attack. And a ball bounces end on in over the line for a boundary throw in. Panthers deep into attack. A couple of metres around from their goal. They lead by 2 points, 46 plays 44. Redan back in the game against Darley. They trail by 13. Boundary throw in. Thornton Gillen pushed his opponent out of the ruck contest, grabbed it and had a shot on goal, a.k.a. Dylan Conway, and kicks a goal near the 32nd minute mark of this quarter. Can you believe it? 8-point lead of the Panthers. They're 8-4-52. They lead Bacchus Marsh 7-2-44.
Yeah, no, a bit too easy there. Just pushed off his opponent, or pushed his opponent under the footy and took the ball out of the ruck and snapped a good goal, Todd.
Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't pay that free kick, but...
no, well, it's 50 or 1.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they paid it at the other end against Jones on Hickman, and Hickman had a shot on goal. And
yeah, well, if you push somebody and then your hands are in their back, well, it's a free kick. Now, and if you grab the ball out of the ruck and someone puts a hand on you, well, it's a free kick.
8-point lead to Melton South. 32.5 minutes gone here. Tap one by Jones. Hurried kick out of the middle. Got a nice little taunt there from Wild. Will he pay the mark? Not sure whether he's going to pay the mark. Oh, here comes the umpire that's been at Revolver.
Yeah.
And he's made the right choice there. That siren just did sound before that mark was taken. So the right result, half-time here in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's Melton South, 8-4-52, leading Bacchus Marsh 7-2-40. Walking off the boundary line. And he's got a few things to think about. As we take a break, we'll be back with the third quarter action after about 15 minutes.
That quarter was proudly sponsored by Anytime Fitness, 72 Bennett Street, Bacchus Marsh. Mention BFL Game Day on Apple 98.5 FM to receive 50% off your joining fee, plus a free towel and water bottle.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus Marsh. Phone 5...
End in this third term. Kavarik through traffic. Quick hands was okay. Got it to Holzer. They're under the pump here. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go to King, who started the second half well. Wastes no time. Gets plenty on the kick. Hickman the target. Might have been pushed. Umpire put whistle in mouth but let it go. Jake Thornton Gillen does the mopping up. And the mark's been taken just inside the boundary line by the Cobras defence. So the short kick's okay to Lloyd, who had plenty of it in that opening half. Goes along the line. Kick was poor. Cut off by King.
3 in a minute, he's had.
So 3 disposals in a minute for King, correct. Been good. Goes short. Owen the fly. Spoil was even better, though, from the Panthers. Got it towards half-back. Was as good as a kick. Kavarik had to be good. Chapman was even better. Got it to Lloyd, whose hair pass was intercepted there by King. Conceded some ground by hand. It was okay towards Eastmuir. But an under-pressure hand pass found the boundary line in the end. There'll be a throw-in on half-forward out of side of the ground for the Cobras. 52 Melton South lead, Bacchus Marsh 44. Near 2 minutes gone, third term. Boundary throw-in, been a good duel, Jones and Burton.
Terrific duel.
Burton hurried right foot, kick out of the congestion. Just got inside 50. Clean bowled Sullivan. Players in from everywhere. You'd think a whistle imminent. But umpire's going to play holding the ball here. It's going to go the Panthers' way. And they're off on their bike with a short kick towards Lloyd on half-back. Probably been Melton South's highest possession winner. Beautifully read there by Burton, who did well. He'll be happy with the boundary line here, Burton. Caliber going the soccer, then gathered cleanly, shrugged the tackle, went in ball to Shea on half forward, went backwards to King, back to Caliber, to LaFranchi, still on half forward, goes inside 50. Chance here for Hickman, couldn't take the mark. Will it sit for him okay? Pushed off the ball well before it's rushed over the line for a boundary throw-in. Cobras wanting deliberate. Umpire says no. So Hurst on that last line of defence for the Panthers. No score added. Bit of a stalemate to start this third term. Cobras with their ball in the front half for each of these opening minutes. Tap one by Jones. Ball at ground level. Hot footy to speak of. Just hacked out of the congestion there by White, but only as far as Burton. He's been good. And that kick hits the target and finds King. So King's up for the challenge here. Right foot kick inside 50. That's a better delivery. And Owen comes out and takes a nice mark on the chest. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 35.
Needs to kick this, Jake.
So they're asking a lot of O'Loughlin, who's got the job on Owen this afternoon. But when you get delivery like that, which has been a bit of a rarity this afternoon, this can't really blame O'Loughlin for that at all.
It's like playing netball, Todd.
So Owen from about 35, 45-degree angle, leans back on the kick. He likes it. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Owen gets his second of the afternoon, and the Cobras get back within 2 points. They're 8-2-50. They trail Melton South 8-4-52. 4 minutes gone third term.
Well, that's better use of the footy. Like lower the eyes, get the hit-up player, and 9 times out of 10, if you get separation and a player of Owen's quality, if he gets that separation, he'll honour the mark, and then going back and scoring the major is the 50-50 with him.
Melton South led at quarter time by 13 points. And they led by 8 at the half, and the margin now reduced. It is 2. 4.5 minutes gone third term. There's the ball up. Tap one by Jones. Ball at ground level, wide over the football. Players in from everywhere. Gee, you have to be clean out of that congestion, don't you, Fridge? It's just a rugby scrum, really, isn't it?
If it hits the ground, well, it's like I said before, bees to a hive.
Ball up. Tap one by Jones, only as far as Eastmuir. Got goal side, ran to half forward, went in direction there of Hickman. Owen had the ball punched away from him in the end. Ball at ground level. Jake Thornton-Gillen applies the tackle before the umpire says, I'll have it. And there we go, ball up. 35 metres out from the Cobras goal. The entire 5 minutes played in the Cobras forward half in this third term.
Attacking.
Hickman grabbed it out of the ruck. Missed the ball onto the boot. Kick across the body from German. Got it to the top of the square. Thornton-Gillen and O'Loughlin raffle it. Then there's that hurried defensive kick. Was lucky to fall into the hands of Jones, who was in the right place at the right time. And he'll get the Panthers out of trouble. He'll get onto that left foot. Gets enough on it for a ruckman. Beyond half back. Players set themselves. No mark can be taken. Ball at ground level here. Casley concedes by hand to Lloyd. Just inside the boundary line. Ball use. Oh, good stretch there from White. Took a nice mark. Gave the ball back to Lloyd. He's had plenty of it. Kick into the middle of the ground. Chapman didn't quite read it that well. Overcooked it. Williams at the back couldn't gather. Chapman was just nullified there well by Williams. Chance here for Porter. Tackle taken to the ground. Got hands to Shea. Member side centre wing. Squaring kick to centre half forward was good. The mark's been taken there by German. So German with ball in hand. Sends it out wide. In the direction there of Owen, and he's got it on the second grab. Excellent use of the body there by Owen, all class in front. Just one arm keeping his opponent off the footy, and the other hand to juggle the mark.
Yeah, just good body work, Todd. He's strong.
So Owen with ball in hand will shoot from about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Good to see young Brady Wright up at Redan, kicking 3 goals in the opening half for the Devils. Greg would say he's due. We're just wrapped for him. So Jake Owen with ball in hand will kick from about 49. Set sail for the judge. I'll look at his response. Does he like it? He likes the accuracy, but he hasn't quite got the distance. Jones's thump didn't have enough on it. So Thornton-Gillen, just in a phone box, manages to negotiate his way out of it and found Sullivan. I speak of Matt Sullivan, who goes by the left foot. Goes in direction of Chapman. Concedes some size to Williams. He couldn't mark. Through traffic there was Kavarik. Chapman was good. Great awareness. Got it to Humphries. Awkward left foot kick going forward. Will Thornton-Gillen in front. Couldn't take the mark. Mopping up there was Lafranchi, who got it to Robinson. Back to Lafranchi. Got it to Shea. Burton there dropped the footing like a hot spud. Ball on the ground. Corner of half forward for the Panthers as the umpire blows the whistle, and there'll be a ball up.
One too many handballs there, Todd.
So there'll be an important goal, the next one. Melton South need a steadier. They've conceded, just the one really in this for 8 minutes of play in the Cobras forward half, really. Well, they're off here, the Cobras. They run away from the congestion with the advantage to Germany. Got it towards half forward. Owen's got a couple to beat. He's in front, knocking the ball ahead, but all the assistance is from the Panthers, and they'll get out of trouble here. Quick hands was okay. And a steadying kick out in front here of the Panthers, off half-back. That goes along the line. Lloyd the target. Second grab couldn't take the mark. Humphries, he bought her pass. Need to be quick. Tackled and taken to the ground was Kavarik. Oh, German thought he was going to get a free kick for holding the ball then. But he hung on to it too long, he said, the umpire. Kavarik's kick towards centre wing was okay. The mark's been taken there by Wild. To the attacking 50. Unmarked was White. It was a poor kick. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. What's going to happen? And 50 metres. I'm not really sure what happened there. Actually, no one knows. So LaFranchi will go back to the goal line. It was...
I'm confused.
Yeah, confused. It's Sudoku, that. Every bit of Sudoku. You think you know what's going on, and then when you're near the end, the process, you just never get it done. So we needn't waste any time on that. Point blank range. Thornton Gillen makes no mistake and kicks his third. So there's the goal the Panthers were looking for. Their first of the quarter. They took in the best part of 9.5 minutes. They lead 9-4-58 to Bacchus Marsh 8-2-50. Back to 8 points, Fridge.
Well, how we can pick a free kick from there unless there was some back chat behind the play.
Had dissent written all over it, Fridge.
I think the big fella in Jones was sort of clapping at Robinson, so he's known for a bit of lip, so he might have been the culprit, Todd.
Yeah, and it was the Revolver's latest member who awarded the 50-metre penalty.
Yep.
So he's easy as a hurting at the moment as Jones won the tap. Only as far as King, who tried to break the tackle of Kavarik, knocked it towards half-forward. Chance here for Chapman. Goes in the Sullivan direction, took a nice mark. So Sullivan, outer side centre wing, speaking Brody, left foot to the attacking 50. Veldon and Williams can raffle it. Well, Williams dropped it on the second attempt, just misjudged it in the end, unlike him. And the Panthers will enforce a stoppage here, 55 metres away from their goal, outer side of the ground. Bread and butter for Williams normally, Fridge, that overhead.
No, he just bubbled out as he was bringing it in, Todd.
So Burton with strength just hurried the ball onto the boot, only as far as the youngster there in Bibby for the Panthers. As soon as he gathered, he was taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up.
I love a scrap Melton South. They just look as if they're that rugby style play.
Burton grabbed it out of the ruck, probably BOG at the moment. And then there's probably 3 or 4 Panthers players after that, Fridge. There was a clever tap there from Owen, but was read well there by the Panthers. Ball at ground level. How will the umpire see it? He decides to let this one go. Kavarik over the footy. Tackled, taken to the ground. And the umpire blows the whistle. And there'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground here at Manningley Park. Beautiful day for football. Barely a cloud in the sky. Melton South lead by 8 points. German out of the congestion. Left foot kick goes out towards Owen. Good pressure there from the Panthers defence. Ball just gets shoveled out towards German. Inside 50. Goes towards the top of the goal square. Players pushing back. Leaves one of them for Melton South. He want to be good here. So he knocks it through for a minor score. Cobra's wanting a deliberate, but under pressure any day of the week. That's a rush behind.
It didn't even go out of bounds. What were they pleading for?
8-2, 8-3, 51 Bacchus Marsh. Trail Melton South 9-4, 58. 7-point ball game in favour of the Panthers. The ball comes back into play. Kicks okay and finds Theo. Deep in the back pocket. Can weigh up his options. He'll go the switch and hope he's got some separation here. The kick's okay. Now the Panthers just inside the boundary line, defensive side. Keep the kick low, and the kick's a good one.
Good kick.
They're just a mile away from us here. Looks like it's Fino with ball in hand. So he'll go along the line towards centre wing. Players set themselves. Burton at the back just got infringed, and the umpires paid the mark. It's going to go to Cobra's Meeson. His kick out wide went in the Hickman direction. He missed everything. Found the boundary line, though. Tick for that. 12.5 minutes gone. Third term, Melton South 58, Bacchus Marsh 51.
Been the story of the day, Todd. Just unbelievable how their foot skills are so have let them down here today.
Boundary throw in, German over the football. How will the umpire adjudicate? He says, I'll have it, and there'll be another ball up. It just reeks of not having the game on your own terms, Fridge, and when you have had it, you haven't been able to execute.
No, the pressure that Melton South have applied in this game has been terrific.
So Jones knocked the ball forward to outer side centre wing. Coppers have got numbers here, but the ball gets knocked forward. Leading into the race is Culliver, and Lloyd concedes ground by hand to Kavarik. Back to Lloyd. That'd be number 25 for Lloyd, I think. Now he weighs up the options. I thought the umpire had blown the whistle. That's how much time he had. Chapman's now tackled, taken to the ground. Excellent pressure. That's better from the Coppers. Going to give it a feel into the game. Oh, he's turned it over. Reversal. Oh, and he's reversed it back. Straight off to the Academy Awards, ladies and gentlemen.
He got to get a job in Burke Street, traffic cop.
So no one's sure whose free kick it is. Needless to say, it's our good friend from Revolver. Ball goes towards half forward. Jones read it well, dropped what he should have taken. Waiting in the back was Burton. Knocked it towards the attacking 50. Freeman with quick hands. Found German on the bounce, who had to be quick. Got it back to Owen. Hurried right foot kick inside 50. Oh, going back, taking a nice mark there was Freeman. Freeman's taken a mark, going back with the fly. Took a nice mark on the chest. Never easy on any day, those kind of grabs. And Freeman will have a shot on goal from about 25 metres out, 45-degree angle, and a chance to get the Coppers back within a point. So with his first real deliberate shot on goal, leans back on the kick. He's got it done. Well done, young fella. Freeman gets his first. Fridge breathes a sigh of relief. And the Coppers are back within a point. They're 9-3-57. They trail Melton South 9-4-58. 14 and a half minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, no, good luck to the young fella.
Well, they've got that one out of the way, Fridge. That'll be the first of many over the journey.
Let's hope so, Todd.
All right, let's get a score from around the grounds. Sunbury 64, Lakers 43, Melton 39, lead North Ballarat 15, East Point 68, lead Ballarat 49, and Darley 64, lead Redan 45. Back in the middle of the ground here, Freeman with the last goal, the debutant, wide out of the congestion, quick hands to Kavarik, who's tried hard. But Frankie dropped what he probably should have taken. Lloyd somehow got ball to boot, got to the attacking 50. Sullivan's a clever player, want to get back onto his left. Meesa wasn't aware of that, so he went by hand in the end. Gets the ball back now, he's on his left. What will he do? Concede ground and finds Fino 52 metres out from goal. So beyond range, he just plays on and kicks from 50, gets plenty of it. How's the accuracy? Off to the left.
Unmarked.
Minus score.
Absolutely no one anywhere near the mark, Todd.
He just had a lot of momentum going through that kick. And the Panthers, 59, lead Bacchus Marsh 57. So out of defence, they combine. And the ball gets beyond the defensive 50. Freeman couldn't take the mark. Jake Thornton-Gillen at ground level does the Sharky. Sends the ball back into attack. Will Thornton-Gillen's got it again.
Can't go up one hand, Joel. You've got to use two hands, mate.
Brother to brother. When I speak of the Thornton-Gillen duo, Jake Thornton-Gillen just finding Will, and he'll have a shot on goal. Krachesi kick his fourth of the afternoon, if you don't mind. So deliberate approach, left foot up, set sail, bends back, no mistake. Will Thornton-Gillen gets his fourth in a seesawing affair here at Mattingley Park. The Panthers are 10-5-65. They lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. So for all that weight of possession the Cobras had, it's back to the half-time lead of 8 points in favour of the visitors.
Yeah, no, they just keep pestering the Panthers, Todd, and I'm sure it's going to go down to the wire, this game.
I reckon I got the East Point game right, Fridge. They lead by 32 points over Ballarat.
Yep.
They just need a momentum game, the Swans.
Yep.
Melton 39, lead North Ballarat 15. It's been a while since they've updated that score. Redan 48, Darley 72. Ball up in the middle of the ground here. Last goal to Will Thornton-Gillen was goal number 4. Over the footy there was Kavarik. Ball spills free. Chance here for Lloyd through traffic. Managed to get there by hand. And Kavarik now. He's been okay too. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. Going to spoil there was Thornton Gillen.
Robinson.
But a nice mark taken there by Robinson. Nice overhead mark. He had all the momentum through the ball there, Thornton Gillen. Oh, put Shea under the pump with that short kick.
Like the Southern Aurora coming through. Top
Yeah, and he went straight as well. So now Shea will go probably where the last kick should have gone, Fridge.
Yep.
And Panthers have been able to get numbers back now. So now they're back with Butt with ball in hand inside their defensive 50. They're still there, the Cobras. Robinson has it now. Eastmill's got the overlap. He's got to wait forever. Under the ball, sets himself. Couldn't take them up. Good pressure there from the Panthers there in the youngster there in Bibby. But the umpire's picked out a free kick. And it's going to go the Cobras' way for holding the ball. And the youngster Meeson will take ball in hand as the crowd starts to liven up here in front of the social club. So Meeson gets his kick smothered. That was good play. Falls into the hands of Sullivan, who got it back to White. Want to be quick. Tackled Ping. That's holding the ball, but the umpire let it go. Chance here through traffic. Through Bibby. Gave it to Chapman, who was then pushed. Oh, you want to start a fire pit in the social club? Just pay that any day of the week. But Belton's just making sure the youngster there in Chapman's okay to get to his feet. He's, I think he might be cramping up or something. Good sportsmanship there from Belton. Plays on with a hand pass to Lloyd, who was always going to be there, then gave it over towards Lee, who had to concede ground here. So now Jake Thornton Gillen, members side centre wing, keeps the kick low. Numbers have got the Cobras have got numbers. That was a hurried kick there from German, hopeful rather than anything else. They've got a 2-on-1 here, the Panthers. Lloyd gathers the footing. NB and hand pass was okay. Got it to Notman, had to be quick. Kick was okay and found Wyatt. 50 metres out, can square the kick, and it's okay. So Wild with ball in hand, 50 metres out, goes to the outer side. Jones has got it on the lead. And the big fella will go back and have a shot on goal. What do you think of all of that, Fridge?
They seem to have more movement round forward 50.
And Williams just coming on now. They just would have loved him being in that defensive 50 for the last 3 minutes.
They just seem a little bit more up and about when they go inside 50, the Panthers, Todd. They seem to have more options.
Yeah, they've been good to watch, the Panthers.
Yes, no doubt.
So, Jones, let's see how the ruckman kicks the footy. He said He likes it straight off the boot. Does not even wait for the ball to come down. Jones gets his first. The Panthers get their 11th. We've got a 14-point ball game here at Manningley Park. They're 11-5-71. They lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. 20 and a half minutes gone in this third term.
Got a little bit of separation here, Todd.
No Dylan Conway for the Panthers this afternoon. And that actually had you a little bit worried there, Fridge, because you were suggesting that they're going to have to take other options to get it done, and that's what they've done today. Yeah,
no, for sure. It just doesn't revolve around that one player, Todd. You know, there's 6 other forwards that you can utilise. So,
ball in the middle. Jones won the tap, only as far as German. Hurried up and under kick, got it towards half forward. Fell into the hands of Parente. He's high left foot kick, made it difficult for his forwards. Jake Thornton Gillen with the leap. Taking a nice mark. Being good today too. Be buoyed by the efforts of his brother at front of centre. Got Jones out this way. I speak of broadcast side, but he tried to thread the needle and found Tavarik. Over-committing there was Williams, so he gave the hand pass to Wyatt. Top of the square. Thornton Gillen. Did he get pulled a boot? I don't think he did. Over the back and just rolled through for a rush behind. 15-point lead now to the Panthers.
Pressing, Todd.
So the ball comes back into play towards half-back. Wyatt's been okay. Tackle, taken to the ground. Wanted the free kick. Oh, you want to be quick here. Culliver, that was almost holding the ball. Lloyd gathered the ball back to the top of the square. Oh, that's a free kick. It's going to go to the Panthers. And Thornton Gillen is going to have a shot to kick his 5th goal of the afternoon, if you don't mind. He's going to do one of those fancy snaps across the body, Fridge.
Yeah.
Does it? Gets it. Goal. Panthers get their 12th, their 4th of the term. They've gone 4-4-4 in each of the quarters. And they now lead 12-6-78. They lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57.
I did say Wednesday night, Todd, this is a danger game. And they haven't come with their A game, Bacchus Marsh. Credit to Melton South. They've really taken it up to them. They've given not one bit of latitude. They just can't get their gun going today, Bacchus Marsh.
And the Panthers, they just look better going forward. The Cobras, they just seem to go chip, sideways and back in their back half. And whilst the Panthers are prepared to switch, they're still prepared to go forward with the switch.
Well, I'll say this, Todd. This side ain't as skillful as they think they are, Bacchus Marsh.
Well, they've won 3 games this year. 1 point, 2 points, 10 points.
Yep.
And if they win again this afternoon, you'll think it'll be another single-digit number because they trail by 21 points. 23 and a half minutes gone. Tap one by Jones. Momentum up. Momentum with the Panthers. Lloyd out of the middle again. Chance here for Sullivan. 2 Cobras combined. How will it sit for the left footer? He gathers. 55 out. Went by hand. Got it over towards Theo. His short kick's okay. And the mark's been taken by Will Thornton-Gillen again, if you don't mind. So he'll just suck up 30 seconds off the clock. As we approach the 24th minute mark of this third term, Will Thornton-Gillen has 5 goals for the afternoon. And the left footer will have a shot on goal. Set sail. He won't quite get the distance or the accuracy at the back. No one touched it in the end. Lucky it was offline. Through for a minor score. So 12-7-79. Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. 24 and a half minutes gone in this third term. So the ball comes back into play by Butt, goes wide, looking there towards Owen, who's had to push up, nearly taking an excellent second grab mark before the ball's knocked over the line for a boundary throw-in. You know you're pushing it when Owen's got to push all that way up, Fridge, to try and take a mark on half-back.
Yeah, well, he's a centre-half forward. He's not a half-back flanker, Todd.
Can't do it all, Fridge. Boundary throw-in. Hickman in front. Tap one there by Jones over the back. Ambulance hit for Eastfield. Did well to keep his feet. Could have been a free kick to Williams there. Hand pass to space, found German. He just went to throw it on the boot, but his second option was better because he found Owen, who did well and ran around O'Loughlin.
Up goal.
And then finds Freeman, who comes out and marks on the chest on half-forward members' side of the ground. They're not in a rush to move it on, the Cobras. So they go short again. And the mark's been taken here by Culliver. So Culliver with ball in hand. Panthers got time to take a breath and get back. So Culliver just goes to the top of the square. 6 players fly. Owen couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. They'll need a soccer out of the congestion here. Freeman was dispossessed. Good work there from Notman, who knocked it forward. Parente over the ball, gathers cleanly. Has a shot on goal out of nowhere. Will go off to the right. Misses everything out of bounds on the full. A-grade netball. Melton South 48 defeated Bacchus Marsh 23. We'll go through the other 27 grades a bit later on, Bill. So it's Jake Thornton-Gillen with ball in hand. On the last line, 26 minutes gone. Melton South lead by 22. Thornton-Gillen sends the ball. Veldon the fly, but just waiting at ground level, doing the right thing there was Humphreys. Went by hand to Lloyd, had the ball on a string, got it to Notman. He negotiate the hand pass into the middle of the ground to Sullivan. His left foot kick was okay and found Casley. Wasted no time, got it by hand over towards Fido, squaring kick, put wide under the pump. His second effort was okay. How's his third as he has a shot on goal?
Yes. And
goes off to the right for a minor score.
We've had a couple of chances, Todd, to blow this game out.
Yes, well, Heath Pritchard commented on when they were in the game against East Point. They had a chance to, with some better scoreboard pressure, to get it done, but they couldn't. And then the Geordie Johnson show took over. He's kicked 4 goals already against Ballarat this afternoon. Melton South 80, lead Bacchus Marsh 57. Ball comes back into play. The Cobras, they come members side. Burton the target, sets himself, couldn't take the mark. Panthers go to ground. So too does Burton in the end, but out of the congestion, they negotiate by hand to the little fella there in McKercher. Hand pass, put his player under the pump there in Culliver, but he's going to get a free kick for too high against Fido. So Culliver will go short to King. And they'll go along the line, looking there towards Hickman. Second grab, okay. Was better at ground level. Got the hand pass towards Germany. Kept running. Eyes were low. Found Owen on a lead. So German's arguably been their best ball user by foot today.
Yep.
So Owen, squarey kick, goes short. Finds Shea on half forward. Too far out to score. He'll weigh up the options. Doesn't know where to go. Decides to go to Culliver in the end from 49. He goes short. Sets it up. Player set. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go against Owen.
Yes, was there, Jake. No need to do it.
And it's on the last line. O'Loughlin, who'll just give the ball off by hand to Jake Thornton-Gillen, who's been a good player. Kick to half back. Players set themselves and Hickman takes a mark. Plays on by hand to Williams. I'm not sure whether that was a really good option because he just tumbled it on the boot and got it to half forward. Found Porter, who got it over towards Eastmuir. Had a banana shot on goal. And if it wasn't for O'Loughlin marking it just inside the boundary line, it would have gone out of bounds on the full fridge.
Yep.
So that short kick was a risky one, but found the target there in Wyatt. So look at that for a beautiful kick. Goes out wide, looking there towards Holzer on half back.
It's gone 50, that.
And to a man who didn't have to break stride. So they've got the overlap here. Chapman can run. He runs his full measure. Goes towards half forward. So there's 2 or 3 disposals in there. Oh, that was clever play there by Thornton-Gillen. Just to get a hand on it. Just a bit of a wild swing out of nowhere. Got some contact. Found the footy. And it went over the line for a boundary throw-in. So that's good coast-to-coast work from the Cobras. Wyatt to Holzer to Chapman, and now they've got a stoppage on half forward.
Correct.
So 60 metres around from the Melton South goal. They lead by 23 points. Tap one by Burton was as good as a kick. Lucky German was in front but couldn't quite gather. King through traffic. Haven't seen him for 15 minutes. Holzer across the body. Good ball at the back there from Robinson. Veldon want to be good as Sullivan knocks the ball to his advantage but runs out of space over the line for a boundary throw-in. 29 and a half minutes gone, third term. Melton South 12-8-80. Lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. Panthers in attack. There's the throw-in. Burton in front, tried hard. Won the tap. Kick out of the congestion. Out of nowhere, Wyatt's got it. Captain's goal if ever I've seen one. Just before the three-quarter time siren. And there's a bit of a deafness, a bit of a silent feel around the social club side of the ground here as the Wyatt gets his second goal of the afternoon. Melton South get their 13th, their 5th of the term. They're 13-8-86. They lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. South and Bacchus Marsh Fridge before a break.
Melton South, Chapman 1, Brodie Sullivan 2, Dylan Jones 1, Mitch Freno 1, Sean White with 2, Brian Holzer with 1, and the star of the day.
But honours with Melton South so far. They've kicked 4, 4 and 5 goals in each quarter, and they're out to a game-high 29-point lead after leading by just 8 at half-time. The siren sounds to get play underway. It's going to take something special from the Cobras. They kick to the high school or scoreboard end in this final term. Tap one by Jones. Ball at ground level, but the umpire says I'll have it, and there'll be a stoppage. So the Panthers kick 5 goals to 2 in that third term. Out of the congestion here, it's a hot footy. Burton tried hard all day. Eastmuir with the pressure on Wyatt. The umpire says I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Tap one by Burton, only as far as Wyatt. Had no prior. And the umpire says I'll have it, then we a ball up. So Burton probably been the Cobras' best today, Fridge.
Yeah, no, by far, Todd.
5-time club best and fairest. Henderson medal winner.
Yep.
Star of the game. Tap one by Jones. Chance here for King, who's been patchy, but when he's been in the game, he's been good. But the Panthers, they've just had more players in the game for longer. Another tackle there from Eastmuir. He's probably had 10 this afternoon. He's tried hard. Ball up. Tap one by Burton. Spills free only as far as Chapman. He's hurry kick to half forward. Oh, it sat beautifully for Casley. Managed to get the hand pass. Ball goes from half forward. Across the face of goal. Players set themselves. Will Thornton-Gillen couldn't quite take the mark, claiming it was Williams, but he's been taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be ball up. Robinson, in fact, it was. Oh, Batman and Robinson in the back half for the Cobras today. There's the ball up. Burton covering the ground. Knocks it towards the boundary line. Sits okay for Fino. Can see the ground by hand. Thornton Gillen. And speaking of Will, spend it without before he got it. Now Veldon want to be clean here. Oh, he's put his player under the pump. Managed to get a hurry kick. That was Eastmuir. Only travelled about 8 or 9 metres. It's on the attacking 50 for the Panthers. Desperation plus. There'll be a ball up.
May as well handball it to his ankles then.
Gave him little hope.
It's the story of the day.
Ball up. Tap won by Burton as far as Eastmuir. Started well in this final term. Kick across the body. Punched away by Notman. Gercher, just hurried kick, was touched, fell back into his hands, tried hard, the youngster, got it to King, who went along the line by foot to an open half-forward line. Not sure where that was going. It was a territory kick of anything else, but before it finds its way over the line for a boundary throw-in, Hurst quite happy to see it over. So no score in the opening 2.5 minutes. Melton South 13-8-86, lead Bacchus Marsh 9-3-57. 29-point lead to the visitors. There's the throw-in. Jones at the backs, tried hard. Kick across the body from the Panthers, get towards half-back. Good use of the body there by Casley. Took a nice mark. Never easy to outpoint Burton on any day of the week.
No.
So he weighs up the options, goes to the drop punt to half-forward. Players set themselves, but there's a nice mark.
Just as honest as the day's long, this guy, Todd.
So Williams goes short. Had too much on it for McKercher. Thornton Gillen, fortuitous soccer, just fell into the hands of Humphreys. Luck's a fortune, but this is reward running here by Jake Thornton Gillen. Runs onto the ball, runs to 55, now 50, takes a bounce. What's he going to do? Spearing kick out wide, the kick's good. And Quade Butler's caught out there, but he wasn't to blame. The kick was terrific, and Thornton Gillen's just running from the last line to find Holzer in the end. It was terrific. So Holzer will get a shot on goal here. 3.5 minutes into this final term.
Just gut running, Todd.
Yeah, he's a good player. I've seen him play a couple of good games. We've done Bacchus Marsh and Darley games against Melton South that he's featured. Just loves a radio game, Fridge.
Yeah, no, he starred in each of them.
So Holzer, 45-degree angle, 35 metres out from goal. Set sail for the judge. Awkward-looking kick. Goes across the face. There's a mark taken by the Panthers. And it's Will Thornton Gillen again. And he'll have a chance to go back and kick his 6th of the afternoon.
Get your head up.
So Will Thornton Gillen. He's a left footer. He's on the opposite side, but he's only about 9 metres out. So he shouldn't make much mistake here. He sets sail. I reckon he's
missed.
He's Fairnicum.
Hasn't got anything at the railway station, he found.
We need Thomas the Tank to throw the ball back. That's missed a lot.
The Fat Controller's got the ball.
Put Benny Hill music behind that in the highlights. As the ball comes out of defence, a long kick from Butt. Jones and Burton go. There's Thornton Gillen again running on top of the ground before it spills free above the knee. Good decision, boundary umpire.
Ryland, don't push him. Put your arms around him.
He's paid the free kick, the umpire. I didn't see that. I was just blocked by the structure here behind the glass at the social club. So Jake Thornton Gillen. He and his brother both in the best today. Squaring kick goes in the Jones direction, and he's got it. So the left foot up. I mean, you just can't rely on Burton the whole match, but no. Jones has kept presenting. He covers the ground good, and he's kept Burton honest all day. So while Burton's been good, Jones has been important for the Panthers.
Yeah, no, he's been serviceable today, Todd. He's competed. He's provided an option up forward for him too. He's gone forward and looked dangerous a couple of times.
So Jones will have a shot on goal. He's not to hurry. 5.5 minutes gone. Chance for the opening score of the term. Proppy address, set sail, helicopter kick. Has he got the journey? I think he has. Panthers are up and about. And they come in from everywhere to salute the big man. And there's another goal to the Panthers. They're 14-8-92. They extend to a 35-point lead over the Cobras. They were 9-3-57. 6 minutes gone, final term. So Jones gets his 2nd of the afternoon.
Although Burton's had the points, this bloke's just really competed, and he's provided an option when he's gone forward.
He covers the ground
He
good.
does, yeah, no, he's mobile for a big bloke, Todd.
Both players will feature in their club's best players as Jones just tapped that to Burton as the two combined for another stat apiece. Burton's kick got it to half forward, right out in front. Haven't really seen much of the little man after half time. Ball at ground level. The umpire will come in and effect the ball up. Half forward out of sight of the ground. Something's got to change here for the Cobras. They've just got to get a little bit more direct, Fridge.
Yes, it's just been one of those days, Todd, where nothing's gone right for them, and they've looked flat today, Todd.
Tap one by Burton as far as German, but he runs out of space over the line for a boundary throw-in. 92, Melton South lead, Bacchus Marsh 57. Game high 35-point lead to the Panthers. There's the throw-in. Burton might have caught one high. The umpire let it go. It fell back into the ruckman's hands. He's hurried right foot kick. Only went as far as Jake Thornton-Gillen. Quick hands out of the congestion there from Shea, in fact, on that occasion. Got it over towards Eastmuir. Had a pot shot at the goals and missed off to the left for a minor score. So just a rush shot on goal again there, Fridge. It'll be hopeful rather than anything else whether he can get a major out of that more often than not. No. So 58 Bacchus Marsh, trail Melton South. Deserved leaders here, comfortable, albeit 34. Panthers are 92.
It's a massive win for these guys.
Thornton-Gillen's tumbling kick. Had enough territory on it to get it towards half back. Porter was hard at it. Ball at ground level, but out of the congestion there was Chapman. He's been good. Wyatt's a well-balanced looking player. Over the footy. Gets the ball spilt free only as far as Williams. Eastmuir has tried hard. Throws ball onto the boot. High up and under kick made it hard for Owen. Jones gets back. Lends some assistance against Owen. Ball at ground level. And the umpire will blow the whistle and effect the ball up. So while Jones doesn't get a stat for that, just negating Owen there, getting back to give him a chop out has been all important.
That's right.
34-point lead to Melton South. Hurried kick out of the congestion there from Owen was smothered. Now they can negotiate out of the congestion by hand. High up and under kick to the top of the goal square. Thumped through cleverly there over the back of the head there by Hurst to see it through for a rush behind. That was good defence. So Bacchus Marsh 9-5-59. Trail Melton South 14-8-92. Short kick in from defence is okay. That was from Notman. So they weigh up the options. O'Loughlin kicks the ball back to Lee. So on the last line, bit of kick to kick going on here between the Panthers. So with ball in hand, not in a rush at all. 9 minutes gone. They lead by 33. As the kick from Geddes was good. And got the ball towards half back. Now it's the youngster Fino. Kick was all a bit too easy there for Kavarik. He just took an uncontested overhead mark at the end. So he's not in a hurry either, but just ambles and kicks along the line. They're going to keep playing the brand that they brought in the first three quarters because that's what happens. Predictability. Cut off mark taken there by Frankie. Kick to the outside centre wing. Away they go here, the Panthers. Sullivan dropped what he should have taken. That handball received. Ball at ground level. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go against Sullivan. It's going to go to the youngster there in Meeson. Plays on by hand. Over towards Veldon. He got it towards King, I think. Right foot kick towards Hickman. Came off hands. Lending assistance there was German. Kept it inside. Kept it alive. Good play by the playing coach. Set the ball forward. Freeman at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Ball goes to ground. Chance from McGurka. Caught one high. He's still on the ground there, the youngster. Umpire says, I'll have it. And there's going to be a ball up. 92 Melton South. Bacchus Marsh 59. So all that 50-50 ball inside the Cobras 50. Fridge has been halved by the Panthers more often than not.
Yep. Been terrific in defence.
So there's the tap, won by Jones. Kick out of the congestion from Lloyd. Got it to half back. Got it towards Sullivan. Cobras have got numbers though as Burton does the mopping up and just sends the ball back into attack. At the back, Owen couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Half a dozen players around the footy. Owen's second effort was terrific. Taking his play to the ground before the umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up 15 metres away from the Cobra goal. Looks like there's going to be a blood rule, so Kavarik will go and have a spell. Well, make up your mind. One of you are bleeding. So he's just turned around and said, no, I'll go back. It's Jake Thornton-Gillen. So Cobras will be happy that Thornton-Gillen's going off for a spell. Been terrific this afternoon.
He's been very good, Todd.
So 11 and a half minutes gone in this final term. The Sting seems to have gone out of the game. Just the one goal in this final quarter to the big fella Dylan Jones. 2-goal return from Ruckman is a win. Near 12 minutes gone. Cobras in attack here. They need to make something out of this. There's the ball up. Tap won by Jones. Lloyd through traffic. Got ball to boot. Gained about 15 or so metres through his side. They're not out of trouble yet, but the follow-up work from the Panthers is good. Through traffic. Oh, they dropped it like a hot spud there, but the umpire let it go. Lucky to get away with that was Theo. Quick hands there from Lloyd. Went looking there towards Wild. Kick across the body from Shea is good. And there's an opportunity here for Hickman. Something out of nothing for the Cobras to go back and convert and keep the door slightly ajar.
He's been probably one of their better players today, Hickman.
Well, he's led up, limited opportunity, and
he's going for his third shot on goal, Todd.
Tried hard with poor delivery.
Yep.
So Hickman leans back on the kick. That's the goal the Cobras were after, to say the very least, and they get it back to a 27-point ball game here at Mattingly Park. Near 13 minutes gone. Bacchus Marsh 10-5-65. Trail Melton South 14-8-92.
A hazard kick comes in. You're in the right position, right time, and that's the reward for laying in front, Toddy.
Sunbury 84 lead Lakers 59. Darley 94 lead Redan 56. East Point 100 lead Ballarat 65. They've fallen asleep at the wheel. Melton 39 lead North Ballarat 15. There'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground here. Last goal to Hickman. Can the Cobras make something and close in on that 27-point margin? Lucky not to get a free kick, but the umpire let it go. Tackle, take it to the ground. How will the umpire see it?
Seriously.
There'll be a ball up. Tackle from Lloyd on Porter. Cook. Porter got it. Oh, no, it was Cook. So here's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Wasn't a hit to advantage by any stretch. Just fell into the hands of Wyatt, who combined back to Lloyd, who's got a sore foot. And that's just from punishing the leather too often tonight or this afternoon, as Williams' kick goes in the Parente direction. Wyatt keeps his feet. Clever, experienced player. Kick across the body. Goes towards the attacking 50. Trying to gather the football there was Humphreys. About 48 metres away from the Panther goal. Williams over the ball. How will the umpire adjudicate? He says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up. 65 Bacchus Marsh fell. Melton South 92. 27-point difference. 14 minutes gone. Ball at ground level. German's tackle was okay. And there'll be a repeat stoppage. 48 metres away from the goal. So Burton wins that tap. Only as far as Wyatt across the body. And Frankie's on the last. It's actually Robinson on the last line, who switches play to the outer side. Right foot kick, penetrating kick, good territory kick, gets them out of trouble, but how will it sit? Oh, he was good there. It was Sullivan on the non-preferred. Kick inside 50, albeit a shallow entry. Culliver was good below the knees. Fell into the hands of German, tried to break the tackle, take it to the ground. That was good pressure from Holzer. He's going to pay that one. Umpire let it go. It's on half forward here for the Panthers. They're not sure what to do with it. So they just give it to Lloyd when in doubt, because he sends that kick out wide towards Will Thornton-Gillen. Knocked away from him by Williams to the safety of the boundary line, over the line for a throw in. Did everything right there, the Panthers. There was good work there by Williams.
Yeah, no.
Entry kick was good.
They give you a contest all the time, Todd. Never gives in.
Boundary throw in. Players set themselves. Burton won that tap, only as far as... Well, Parente just gave the ball up for no reason in particular. Burton had to do the follow-up work. That was better from Parente. Got it to German. Right foot kick along the line. Owen's got a couple to beat. Second grab, couldn't take the mark. Coverage from all players. Ball falls into the hands of O'Loughlin. Tumbling kick to half forward. But reading it well there was Williams. Switches play to the outer side of the ground. That's how you do it. Now they're off on their bike here through Culliver. What's this kick going to be like? Gets to Hickman on the bounce. He just stood still. Running past there was Wyatt. Just gathered and gave the ball towards Lee, who went short, and the kick's okay. So ball in the hands of Theo with the right boot. Shallow entry. Will Thornton-Gillen presents and takes the mark on the chest in front of Robinson. About 51, 52 metres out from goal. against the boundary line. 16 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter.
Serious or not?
Told to play on. So the high kick from Thornton Gillen's a squaring kick. Coppers have got numbers here and they'll take a mark taken there by Cree, who wasted no time. Got the ball to Shea, who got it to German into the middle of the ground. Hickman stopped and waited again. Thornton Gillen just ran onto it, then dropped it like a hot spud. The umpire let it go. They got numbers here through Chapman, the Panthers. Left foot kick inside 50. Coppers have got numbers here. Nearly a mark to Lloyd. Kick out of nowhere from White. Has he got it? Oh, it leg braked away and it's just almost going to roll out of bounds. Wow, Coppers under the pump here at Mattingly Park. 17 minutes gone, final term. Melton South 92, lead Bacchus Marsh 65.
That's an understatement, under the pump, Todd.
Boundary throw in. An opportunity here at the back there was Thornton Gillen, good use of the body. But in and under now is Shea, knocks the ball just a couple of metres away. They've just been scrappy all day, the Coppers, Fred.
Yeah, no, its skill level is terrible, Todd. Absolutely terrible. One too many handballs under pressure, handballs at their feet.
So Burton's won the tap, knocked it to the safety of the boundary line, over the line for a boundary throw-in. Right next to the Melton South coach's box. Heath Pritchard not smiling just yet as we near the 18-minute mark of this final term. The Panthers lead by 27. But when you coach the Panthers for the last few years, you're never home. There's the throw-in. Ball at ground level here. Quick hands through traffic. He's cut off there by Fino. Runs into an open goal. And he puts the nail in the coffin. It's all over here at Mattingly Park. Fino gets his second. And Melton South get their 15th. 15-8-98. They have
a rare mistake by Veldon. Handball straight to Fino. And that's probably been on 3-4 occasions today that's happened.
Bacchus Marsh 10-5-65. They trail by 33 points. 18 and a half minutes gone, final term. Been good, Fino.
Yeah, no.
They've had plenty of contributors. It's been a very even performance. That's been the
workmanlike today.
That's been the difference between the two.
Yep. Bacchus Marsh, a lot of passengers, Todd.
Tap one by Burton at ground level. And they've kept their feet in the crunches too, as Eastmuir has tried hard, as dispossessed, fell into the hands of Jones. There's reward for playing in front. And it's White, who's a good player. Tumbling kick, diving effort to mark, was failed there by Veldon. Hurried kick out of the congestion there by Robinson. Parente leading into the race for the ball in front of Sullivan. He'll gather. Hand pass was favourable in the end because Eastmuir got a favourable bounce and went short and found German. Defensive side of centre wing, members side of the ground. Short kick's okay. Made it hard for Williams, so he had to go to ground and take a tumbling mark. Played on. Right foot kick. Inside 50. Owen the target. Had to go the spoil in the end. Did well. Freeman's there. He's got 2 to beat at ground level. They just zone off here, the Panthers, and they'll get out of trouble through Jake Thornton Gillen. Parente had 2 to beat. Did well. Got a hand on the footy, but couldn't take the grab before it goes over the line for a boundary throw-in. On half forward for the Coppers. Near 20 minutes gone, final term. Melton South 98, lead Bacchus Marsh 65. Throw in. Burton, good use of the body. Got it towards Cree. As soon as he gathered, he was taken to the ground. Free kick against Lloyd. And Cree wastes no time. Plays on, gets onto the right boot. Sends the ball forward. Freeman didn't know whether to go. Owen did go. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. And the umpire will blow the whistle. And he says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up 20 metres around from the Cobra goal. 98 Melton South. Lead Bacchus Marsh 65. Here's the ball up. Good use of the body there by Jones. Won the tap. Taken to the ground there was Shea. Spills through to the top of the goal square. Sullivan gathers. Measures the kick. It's okay. And Wild, who got some separation, took a juggling mark there on Caliver. So right in the back pocket, adjacent to the scoreboard, Wild goes along the line. Goes looking there towards Notman. He couldn't take the mark. Ball's coming back here through the Coppers. Goes in the direction there. Hickman, second grab. Made the kick look better than it was. And took a nice overhead mark. And Hickman will have a shot on goal for a chance to kick his 4th of the afternoon.
Well, I said before, he's presented. So he's provided an option to them, and he's probably been their only key forward that's had a win on the day, Todd.
So we'll see by his response on the kick. He set sail. He loves it. He does not even wait for the ball to hit the deck. Straight through the middle. And Hickman gets his 4th of the afternoon. That might be just about enough to get him out to the Bacchus Marsh Golf Club for him and a mate, including a cart. We do thank our sponsors from the Bacchus Marsh Golf Club. Hickman on his way to being Bacchus Marsh's best player this afternoon.
Well, in a low-scoring game for the Marshall, he's kicked 4, so he's kicked 4 out of those 11, Todd.
East Point 113, lead Ballarat 79. Melton 103, lead North Ballarat 51. Darley 118, lead Redan 71. And Sunbury 99, lead Lake Windaree 59. Back in the middle of the ground here. Tap one by Jones. Got it to half forward. Doing well. There was Meeson. That was clever. Got it to Burton. This is better. Quick hands here from Shea. Right foot kick from Meeson was a high up and under. Poor kick. Just a hopeful kick rather than anything else. No real purpose in the kick. That's probably the right word for it. No purpose in a lot of the kicking.
At all today. Terrible kicking.
So they'll come to broadcast side. Stretching, nearly taking a nice mark on the chest. There was the youngster there in Bibby. Ball spills free over towards Culliver. Owen's still got more work to do. Tap in board was clever. Hickman, good use of the body. Goes to Soccer. Cross the face. McGurk has a swing and a miss by foot. Chance here for Parente. Can he break free? He can. And his kick across the body is good. Bacchus Marsh get their 12th. It's a 21-point ball game here at Mattingly Park. Bacchus Marsh 12-5-77. Trail Melton South 15-8-98.
Still 6 minutes at least, Todd.
So Parente gets his first. Cobras get their 3rd of the term. Melton South have kicked 2 of their own this quarter. The margin back to 21 after it was 29 at the final change. 23 and a half minutes gone. Ball up. Tap one by Burton. Through traffic. King. Dispossessed. They're out of the middle here through Lloyd. Got it to Sullivan. Hurried left foot kick inside 50. How will it sit? Both players got a terrible bounce, but Theo was up to it. Got around one. Nearly dropped the foot. He got away from McCook and had a shot on goal and he's put it through. So excited was the little water boy from Melton South. By the time he gets out there, there'll be no water left. 16-8-104 Melton South. Oh, what's happened there? They've given away a free kick.
Yeah.
No goal.
No goal.
Refill that water bottle, young fella. No goal. We're back to 21 points. Ball goes to the outer side, half back for the Cobras. Sullivan might have caught one high. The umpire let it go. And there'll be a ball up just inside the boundary line. Well, that would have been the icing on the cake for the Panthers.
It's all over there.
And the young fella, he's out of a job next week. There's the ball up, tap one by Burton. Hickman's pushed up, quick hands is okay. High up and under kick. It's just won't have enough carry to involve Owen, but somehow he had 4 to beat, just goes through the tunnel. Had to wait for Cobra players to push up. Somehow it fell into the hands of King, who went in board. They want to be good here. And they got it to Frankie. Want to be quick. Move the ball, Cobras. And it's a chance here for Parente. Goes direct. Freeman's the only one forward. How will it sit for the youngster? Can he soccer it?
Goal.
No, he couldn't. Rush through for a minor score. So 12-6-78 Bacchus Marsh trail Melton South 15-8-98. Sunbury have defeated Lake Windaree by 41 points. Darley will defeat Redan by 10 goals as the ball comes back into play. Short kick's okay, and Casley first up today. The long-awaited Casley goes to the defensive 50. Robinson sets himself. Intercepted by the Shea in the end. Robinson just shaking his head as he goes away from the contest. Shea just pinching his dinner there, Fridge. There's the tap, one by Burton. Got it inside 50. Eastfield's kept trying. McGurcher got the hand pass over towards Culliver. Inside to the top of the square. Chance here for Lloyd, who's pushed back. He's tried hard. And the ball's at ground level. The umpire will blow the whistle and affect the ball up. So can they just snap a quick one here, the Cobras? We'll see. 15 metres away from the Bacchus Marsh goal. They trail by 20 points. Tap one by Jones. Lloyd, hurried kick. Gained about 8 metres to his side. Culliver across the body. Shot on goal. Is off to the left. 26 minutes gone, final term. Bacchus Marsh 12-7-79. Trail Melton South 15.8.98. 2 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. 19-point lead. That's 4 shots on goal, Fridge, in 3 minutes. It's a big ask.
No way. None whatsoever.
So the Cobras have kicked 3 goals, 4 for the term. Melton South have kicked 2 goals straight in this final quarter. So a 29.3 quarter time lead to the Panthers has been reduced to 19. Kick in out of defence. Owen dropped what he should have taken, but the umpire's paid a free kick at the end to Owen.
Flicked that out of his hands.
So 52 metres out from goal. Set sail for the judge. Has he got the distance? Players set themselves. Freeman's taken the mark. Waste no time. Around the body. Got it. Freeman gets his second, the youngster. And they're within 13, the Cobras. 13-7-85. Trail Melton South 15-8-98. 27.5 minutes gone. Final term. 13-point ball game in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. Melton 115 lead North Ballarat 51. East Point 113 lead Ballarat 80. Darley 125 lead Redan 72. Back in the middle of the ground here. It'll be interesting to see how the Cobras negotiate this dying couple of minutes. Bit of panic in the Panthers camp. There's the ball up, tap one by Jones, only as far as Burton. Hurried left foot kick. Panthers have got numbers. They raffle it, made a fall of it. Freeman had more time than he thought. Threw the ball onto the boot, high up and under. Allen couldn't take the mark. Was nearly marked a casualty in the end. Players going in from everywhere. It's dodgem cars going on here deep into attack here for the Cobras before the umpire says, you guys take a breath. And there'll be a ball up 15 metres out from goal. 13-point lead to the Panthers. Tap one by Hickman. He's kept it alive. Falls into the goal square. But O'Loughlin laconically dropping the ball. Yes. Free kick to the Cobras. And they'll have a shot on goal here. And they can't miss. Set sail. Goal. Can you believe it? The Cobras are within 7 points here at Mattingly Park. And Parente kicks that goal. He gets his second of the afternoon. 15-8-98. Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 14-7-91. 29 minutes gone, final term. 1 minute 52 left on the clock. Plenty of time now for the Cobras. Melton South just getting nervous. Can they find the line? There's the ball up. Tap one by Jones. Over the footy now is Chapman. Tries to hunt the ball forward. German's tried hard. Chapman tackles. He taken to the ground. OMG! He's been penalised, German. No prior. Taken to the ground, holding the ball. Chapman with ball in hand. Goes short. Can find. Wild. Had to be good. Was good pressure there from Eastmuir. So Wild could have gone to Jake Thornton-Gillen. That was probably the right option, but they go forward to Thornton-Gillen. I speak of Will on this occasion. He's over the footy. Williams too there. Ball at ground level. Who can win the footy? Next possession, all important. Just gets funneled out towards Porter. Chance here for Williams. Through traffic. Quick hands. Well, it was Wild in the end who... Oh, copping one high there was Chapman. The umpire let it go. Now he's going to ping him for holding the ball. Straight back to revolver for the man in green as Sherman plays on. Right foot kick gets plenty of it in the middle of the ground.
There's a mismatch.
Foot race on, he nervous. He got Owen over the top. He's the only one inside 50, Owen. He can take a bounce. He's going to run into an open goal. The Cobras are going to get back within one. Owen gets his third. Bacchus Marsh get their 15th. We've got a 1 point ball game. Those of you that are driving home, just pull over to the side.
We'll stay on the road.
I hope you're not coming down Anthony's cutting, that's for sure. 30.5 minutes gone, final term. Melton South 15-8-98. Bacchus Marsh 15-7-97. 52 seconds left on the clock. 1 point ball game. The Cobras 3 games they've won this year. 1 point, 2 points, and 10 points. Surely they're not going to do it again. 52 to go. All important clearance. Jones v Burton. Burton won the tap. Hurry kick out of the congestion against the half forward. And the mark's been taken there by Geddes.
Fucking right.
And he plays on and goes to the outer side of the ground. And the mark's been taken on the chest there by Chapman. So Chapman with ball in hand. He's not in a rush. 31 and a half minutes gone. Clock ticks down. Panthers lead by a point. Goes along the line beyond centre wing. And Jones comes and takes a game-saving mark for the Panthers. And he'll just use up the clock. Melton South 98, Bacchus Marsh 97. They trail by 29 at three-quarter time. They've got it to within one. The kick goes to half forward. That's the match. The kick's been marked on half forward. And the Cobras are going to lose a one-point ball game of their own this year. Can you believe it? They go short to Lloyd. He's had more of it than anyone. His blue boots are now red. As the siren sounds, Waterboy's done another water bottle. Melton South get it done in an absolute nail-biter. They've come from nowhere. Kiwi, if you don't mind, to win the Melbourne Cup, but they've just fallen short, the Cobras. 15-8-98 Melton South at the feet of Back 7 in an absolute thriller here at Mattingly Park. Fridge?
Yeah, no, I wrote them off early, but to their credit, their last 15 minutes was probably as good a footy they played all day, Todd.
Well, Heath Pritchard, I mean, all he really needs to do is he can save the worry for the review. Just take the points, have a beer, and worry about it later. They'll get more out of that game than the Cobras, I think. They've done it without Dylan Conway. I know the Cobras were minus Nick Stilldryer, Riley Stilldryer, and Aaron Willits. So, in a hard-fought game, the Melton South's honesty over the first three quarters has prevailed, and in the end, it's just equated to a one-point win.
Yeah, no, it was just roll up your sleeves for Melton South and do all the hard work and get down and get dirty, and that's what's prevailed them today, Todd.
For the winners, the goal scorers. Fridge, you've got those?
For Melton South, singles to Chapman, Holzer, doubles to Brodie Sullivan, Dylan Jones, Mitch Fino, Sean Wyatt, and 5 to Will Thornton-Geelan. For the Cobras, singles to German, Burton, Eastmuir, King, doubles to Parente, Freeman, 3 to Owen, and 4 to Hickman.
Well, it was a 29-point three-quarter time advantage.
It was proudly sponsored.
And Bill's just knocked his head on the play button there. But so the Cobras have kicked 6 goals in that last quarter. They kicked 6 goals, 4 to the Panthers, 2 goals straight. But it wouldn't be hard to go and find where that point went missing, Fridge, because the Cobras were pretty plain for 3 quarters. But gee, they showed some dash in that last quarter that went longer than a half-hour show. It went about the best part of 33 minutes. They nearly got it done. Tom German won't have to look too far as to see where they missed out today. So honours with the Panthers. They've got it done. They've got their second win of the season. The Cobras lose their second game of the afternoon of the season, albeit by 1 point. So plenty to get out of it for both sides. But the smiles today are with the Panthers at Mattingly Park. So the final score, Melton South 15-8-98, after leading by 29 at three-quarter time, have hung on to win by 1. Bacchus Marsh 15-7-97. So we're going to give Rex Hickman a trip out to the Golf Club for his 4 goals, Fridge.
For sure.
So congratulations to Rex. He'll be going out to the Bacchus Marsh Golf Club with all thanks to our sponsors out there. Darley got it done. They've won by 55 points, the Devils. Melton defeated North Ballarat by 68. East Point defeated Ballarat by 33, and Sunbury got it done against the Lakers